Just to say, by the way, your dad Defo lunged one up the inside and tapped my rear when he hit me.
Oh, Dad's the worst driver to race against. That's why I'm a little bit nervous about him being in the fucking Pro League. He will hit me and I will not be fucking amused.
That was my 104th race. According to my affinity on Project Cars, I've won 104 races in the Acura. Whereas I've only won 63 in the Merc, so... And Donington Park's my favourite track where I've won 77 races, so sweet. Hi mate, okay, needed to pop you a message. I just want to say sorry about your season. I've really been right off. Just need to get my life sorted work-wise. I'll be back with you.
Who's that?
Alfie.
He's not racing.
I don't know, he hasn't said that. Slamming about for? Dan, question.
Hit me.
Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Right, okay, so that doesn't work. I didn't know if I muted the microphone. Did the mute thing on my headset, whether it would mute the mic as well, but it doesn't, so... Paste. No, paste. Done. Whoa, that is not my personal live stream. Copy.
That was funny, all of us in there though.
Yeah, it was quite good, that. Nice Steve Ben Parker on. I think Ben's got pace, but I don't think in that
I will tell you now, Ben only joined the session, he did 2 laps and then he did the race. So
oh yeah, I know. No, he's not. What I meant to say was he's not a proper time to do a setup or anything.
No. He's probably just put that car in loose and just went with it.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see Ben out there. Right.
If he's out there.
You got Beth? No. Just a switch, actually, sorry. Right. Sorry about that. Your channel. Time is it? 3 minutes. And then all you do to send the invites out is press join lobby, by the way, on that online championship, and it just sends the invites out automatically. Sends them to whoever's you've put down as like broadcaster, everything else, and then who's racing.
I see. I finally found a decent setup.
For the Porsche?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was knocking on the doors of 37th towards the end of that.
Ooh, saucy.
So yeah, it was it's getting closer.
Could I swap chairs, babe, so I can be comfortable for the stream, please? What you got? What you had?
Just some bagel things, not bagels.
Croissants.
Yeah. I'd like to move it now. Come on. Get up.
2 weeks to go. 4 races left. Who will take the title? Yeah, just 2 seconds, Beth. 5 drivers up for promotion and to be crowned champion.
Left on a 90-degree turn and then straight into the softs. Missed out on the hards. And also, I found that this set is very, very difficult to find any setup for any car. So it's very difficult to kind of get an idea and a baseline of where you need it to be. But I'm using my own stats to get a rough idea of where we need to be. But yeah, this is a video of the circuit, the lap around here, and obviously the setup. So, as you go down the main street here, you want to make sure you get your break point spot on, which are using
It's boy on the
turning left on a 90-degree turn.
Smoky's keen.
Right hand up. And this corner is so difficult to go right. You have to be so slow. So
Nearly Adam at the end of that last race.
Eventually get it going. Nice and smooth on exit, and then into
I went from last
V-shaped kind of entry, so go inside,
Yeah.
a little bit wide.
to near enough third with suspension damage and front wing damage.
Dean's fucking in. Dean's keen. And nice.
Fucking pro league, I am.
Yeah. Here he is. Here's the man. The myth. The fucking legend. Come on, the Smith.
Poor kid's gonna be running in the fucking Acora.
And you're like, best season of his life.
You better fucking help him.
Oh, 100%, mate. 100%. I'm not going to
Is he a pad? Is he a pad or is he a wheel?
pad, but said the other week he might have to invest in a wheel, so we will have to wait and see, won't we?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh.
Daddy Dubs.
Oh, Daddy Duffin. Oh.
What's up with you? What's up with you?
Nothing, why?
You just seem right.
Dan?
Pissed off. Yeah, wow, what's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing.
Quick, 'cause I'm hurting. It's hurting standing on this leg. Thank you very much.
Women.
Is there anything else for you?
No, you're fine.
Sure.
Yep.
I mean it.
No, you're fine.
Or you...
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. So don't forget Maze and Phil quali bands.
Yep. That's if Phil races.
Well, yeah. If he doesn't, then what a bit of a fucking knob, do you know what I mean? Just for getting a quali ban.
Yeah. You're about, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, Beth!
What?
Just one thing. Plug my charger in for my phone.
Why?
Why is there? Thank you very much. These gamers in. So we've got 11 drivers in it, isn't it? Who else are we waiting on? Phil. Who's online? Phil, Alfie, and who's the other one we're waiting on? Stovslav. Right.
Dancing, dancing. He's not there. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, we're waiting for Stealth as well.
You messaged it?
Oh, Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stealth normally gets on last minute.
Has he replied?
No.
Ah.
Well, if he wants to lose his top, or you know, he's got a chance of finishing top 10 in Championship, and if he wants to mess that up, what a shame. He's online on Project Cars 2, though, so...
Feel like dancing. Ooh. Alexa, bedside light on. Alexa, main light off. Oh, nice and cozy. Ball bag. Matthew Duffy. Daniel Davis.
Wow! I've just had Floyd do it. Evening, I'm feeling
I
the
thought it was an
Renaults.
echo.
It was Floyd doing it. Evening, I'm feeling the Renaults for tonight. No lap's going to be strong. And I'm Dean. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dean Wysocki. Good evening, Dean Wysocki. Don't you worry, Smithy. Something big coming next season. My penis. Hello, boy and G. Girls. Boys, G, and girls.
Just so he knows.
Yeah.
So, DJ Phil has joined all the sessions, but he doesn't turn up.
Good that, innit? He's not even read my message yet, neither. May's game is just disconnected. Stealth Sloth's now in. We start in 3 minutes. I mean, Kelly will be fucking rubbing his hands together if Stealth Sloth don't turn up.
You mean Maze?
Yeah, that's the one, sorry. By the way, did you hear Dean in the chat last night going, oh yeah? He's put it in the chat again.
He thinks he's part of Prolapse now.
Taste the rainbow, Dean.
He has to do an initiation to join Prolapse.
Got to be able to drive the car well.
He's got to take a dildo up his ass while driving.
Yes, Dan. Mace Gamer's back. He said yes, Dan. Now that's either yes, Dan to taking the dildo up his ass or just yes, Dan in general.
I have a fat brownie.
Come on, Phil. You're active. We start racing in 2 minutes. I mean, you've got...
The on project.
He's on Project Cars, yeah. What does it say he's doing? Oh no, it just says on PS5 now. He was on Project Cars though. Do you know if he's really not racing? Then that's just poor.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, if he's not racing, that's just, you know. Evening, sweet and sicky. Looking forward to some great racing. Good luck to everybody. We've got such a community on the chat. It's brilliant. We've got 1 minute, Phil. Oh, he's read my message on Facebook now. I'm not sicky. I'm sexy. He's trying something at the moment, says DJ Phil. May join. I'm trying to think at the moment. Offline at the moment.
Just start, Alan. It's 8 o'clock, man, so you might as well just start.
Yeah, I'm starting now, mate. I'm not waiting for him. We said, didn't we, that the minute it's 8 o'clock we ready up, we don't wait for drivers anymore. Oh, she's left the lights on. Let me just hobble. Why is he trying to set up his old PS?
Maybe to get the settings.
Back in the chair now. What's up? Oh my
Dean's
God.
coming.
Someone needs to tell him.
Not me.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SimPlay Motorsport, here for the penultimate round of the season, live at Fuji. We've stayed in Japan. We're here for a night race now at Fuji. It was an evening race at Sakito last week. We're here for a night race, so at Fuji, penultimate round. 5 drivers can take the title, all as desperate to win it as the next. Two teams can win the Constructors, and that couldn't be any closer. I'll get into the points in a moment, but I'm Matthew Duffin, joined in the commentary box once again by my partner in crime, Dan Davis, aka Unorthodox. Dan, how the devil are you?
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Evening, everyone. Welcome to the penultimate round here at Fuji, and everyone seems to have disconnected, which is a good start.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, welcome to the penultimate round of the season. We're here at Fuji, back in Japan, night race. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting night's worth of racing ahead of us. Like you say, Matt, 5 drivers up for the title. I'm feeling excited. I'm looking forward to this. This could go down to the wire at Bathurst. And with 2 very different circuits, very different in every way. And I honestly can't wait for this finale to come and see who has got it in the bag.
Who has got it in the bag? We've lost 3 drivers here. We can get them all back in, and we are awaiting DJ Phil as well. DJ Phil and Maze Gamer then have qualifying bans if they get in for qualifying for race 1. Due to penalty points picked up in the weekend, penalty points that have amassed enough. DJ Phil picked up a penalty point, which has given him 3 for the season, and I think May's got a Stonewall 3 as well. Got a good bit of chat going off at the moment as well. So nice to see people in there. We'll get to them in just a moment, but I'm just going to go through the current championship standings. And the drivers' table looks like this, and 5 drivers up for grabs. Maze Gamer leads the way, 25 points ahead of KLF 900, who missed last week but gained on his drop score. Then you've got Argent P3, he's 33 behind, and the top 3, let's not forget, all vying for promotion as well. You've then got Rabbit Joe, 41 behind, a little further back but can still do it. He's still capable of doing it, is Rabbit Joe. We've seen great pace from him all season. And then you've got Nicky, 54 behind. Great double points at Sakito last week. What can he do tonight? He's got an opportunity here in the bonus with the top 5 down. We'll get back to the rest of the table in a moment. The top 5, Maze Gamer, qualifying ban for race 1. That really helps the other 4 out.
Oh, definitely. So Maze, obviously, with all to do, but just like Lewis Hamilton, we are at a circuit where overtaking is possible here at Fuji. So maybe he can have one of those star drives where he can come from the back of the pack and to the front. But we'll only know in about 20 minutes' time if all the other drivers are able to get back into the session.
That's provided his rivals turn into the corner, of course.
You mean the wall?
The wall or the corner. I was aiming at Max Verstappen there. But yeah, we've got the wall as well. The wall could be in good effect here for this Renault down the start-finish straight. I'll get back to the rest of the table. Smoky Devils P6, just ahead of Welshie. And then there's a good little fight for P8 here between DJ Phil Green and Smithy. And Smithy will take a top 10 here, I'm sure, as we're getting people back in now. We are 1 driver short who was in at the start. Who's back in? Dean and Welshie. So we are still awaiting Stealth Sloth and Maze Gamer. The 2 that we've not got in yet, so we're still awaiting them 2. But DJ Phil P8, Smithy P9, they're separated by a point. Then you go back to 10th, and this is a huge battle for P10. Don't know, mate. He's 6 points clear of Stealth Sloth, who's a point clear of Dean, who's 10 clear of Ukbar. So all them drivers in that order can really have a good fight to try and get that final 10th position spot in this championship. Then it's Alfie and Holty, but we've not seen Alfie for a fair few weeks, or Holty as well. And in the Constructors' title, it's Forever Forward, Dan, who has a 5-point lead, as we've just got Stealth Sloth back in, so we're waiting Maze Gamer now. Forever Forward, Dan, have a 5-point lead over Team Prolapse. And what a season. It's ebbed and flowed between the 2 teams, but 5 points, 4 races, that's anybody's game.
It is anybody's game, and none so more important here at Fuji. So everyone has literally got to be on their A game, not just for the front guys, but also for the guys at the back of the pack, obviously wanting to try and do as much as they possibly can with the rounds they still have left. And nice to see the new comments coming in as well from drivers that we were just racing against in a practice session just before. So I would love to try and pronounce that second name. But East, welcome to the chat. Welcome to SimPlay Motorsport. Get your chat in. And these are just the Pro-Am boys. You should see tomorrow night. We will have the Pro guys on circuit as well. But like you say, Matt, the championship is wide open to all the guys, not just for the drivers, but also to the teams as well. There's still two teams that can still mathematically take this.
Yeah, there is as well. And nice to see East in there. Just saying that he raced with us before he entered. God damn, they're fast. Good luck, guys, he says. And a bit of a tactic here for the Team Prolapse Renaults, maybe, as they come into... Yeah, that went well. Yeah. Let's try the slipstream, and then what Nicky demonstrated to Kelly there was they was having a discussion, I think, Dan, of did Max Verstappen make the corner at Brazil at the weekend?
No. That to me, that looked like did Matt Neal deliberately hit the back of Gordon Shedden at Morton Park? That's what that looked like
we'll see. East in the chat, who's the pros in this race? This is the Pro-Am. The pros are tomorrow night, East. So join in 8 p.m. GMT tomorrow night for the pro races. Mays jumps back into the session there then. The Pro League race tomorrow night, says Peaceful in the chat. But let's go back to the final, the other teams in the constructors. DJ Motorsport still mathematically in it, but need a big haul of points in this one to stay possible. They need to outscore Prolapse and they need to outscore Forever Forward by 31 points in this first race, and they're not going to do that because they're missing one of their drivers. Team Prolassi are then P4, and Mays Game has done really well to stay P4 in the constructors fight all season. To say he's been on his own, and he's in the session as well, so good to see that. MC Motorsport then come in 5th place. They're gaining on Team Prolassi. Can they catch him by the end? And a little constructors battle here between AA3D Printing, Team Cool Runnings and Iron Brew Racing. 35 points separate the two, and there's more than that on offer till the end of the season. Who will win? They're all independent teams. Well, they did have teammates, but their teammates have abandoned them through the season, let's say, or not been able to take part throughout the season. But we'll see what happens come the end of this one. But Dan, anybody's game tonight. You said it early on yourself. 2 different circuits, Tsukito to Fuji. What do we think to this Fuji track? It's got a bit of everything on it. Tight, twisty corners, good, fast-flowing corners, and then a heck of a lot of straights to really show the top speed power.
Well, if I can manage to find a driver, which we will be KLF, we'll go on board with Kelly, and we'll just do a little bit of a rundown of Fuji. And obviously, we've come here a couple of times in F1, and it would be nice to see the F1 cars finally come back to Fuji, but nonetheless, we are here for our GT3 Pro-Am and Pro Championship. And Kelly is going to go down the main straight, and this is going to fit the more powerful cars like the Mercedes, Porsches and Audis down the main straight, Lamborghinis as well. We come into a really slow stopping zone, down to gear 1, maybe gear 2. The Renault's probably going to go down to gear 1 and have better traction and get a good drive out of turn 1. And then into a very quick left-hander, which can unset the car. There's a little bump on midpoint, so it can upset the car. And then into another long, fast-flowing right-hander. Again, the car that's suited to long corners, fast corners, will benefit in Sector 1. And then we go into Sector 2. Again, a little bit slow corners here. Turning a left-hander there, and then into another right-hander. This is where more of the grunt's going to come back. The Mercedes and the Porsche and the Lamborghini should grab its legs through here. The Renault will struggle, but breaking into the final sector, and this is where the Renault should be the star. The way it's gripped and it keeps the downforce down. The way Kelly's getting through here, he's really trying to keep the Renault under control and use all its benefits of its downforce. If you've got a good downforce car, you should be able to get through this circuit. It's very tricky, this end of the circuit. It's not the easiest to get through. You have to be patient on power. You have to be careful with the curves here. The curves are absolutely lethal here. And then the final corner, you can take it multiple different ways. But the key thing about the final corner is getting a fantastic drive out the corner so that the long straight is able to keep you safe. And I think, if I'm honest, Matt, even if the Renaults do all that hard work in the middle sector and the final sector, they are going to get mugged down this back straight. They are going to get mugged, and we've seen, Dan, you've seen in the week, I've been driving the Acura against your Porsche in the week. That's pretty much Renault to Merc, and as you can see down the back straight, the amount you gained on me down that straight itself, and then the amount that I was able to gain back on you in that final sector alone, it's going to be tough for the Ginetta as well, Dan. The Ginetta's got a lot of work to do here. Good evening to X-Mart in the chat, and Disco as well. Good evening, Matt and Dan. End of the season hotting up. It's my hometown back in New Zealand. Say it like Adataki, but fast. It's Maori language.
Right, there we go then. Yeah, they're real quick, too fast for me. Well, the Pro-Am boys had a talkie. The Pro-Am boys could be your pace, so you'll have to keep your eyes out on what your pace is. And obviously, if you do like what you see, subscribe here. Find us on Facebook, SimPlay Motorsport, page and group. You'll have to request to join the group and we'll get you in. We'll get you in the Discord as well. And we'll have to maybe see if we can get you signed up for the Pro-Am next season, because it'd be nice to have some new faces on the grid. And a New Zealand boy. And we go to New Zealand, don't we, Dan, for next season? Let's talk about the calendar. Yeah. That was announced the other day, wasn't it? Let's discuss the calendar then. On what exciting tracks we go to next year.
Well,
Fuji being one of them.
I was going to say, we return to Fuji, but in the day.
Yeah.
I'm just going to make a comment here. Maze Gamer finally getting out on circuit and setting the lap time. What can he do in the Mercedes? We'll be keeping an eye on Maze this evening, because that Mercedes should be strong. He goes up in the 4th at the minute, but Smokey at the minute setting the pace with a 39.6. We have seen a couple of low 39s, 38s is basically the fastest we've seen, as Maze gets a little bit twitchy on exit there. But no, the calendar looks very interesting. Obviously, the admin came together and decided the new calendar, the new season.
Yeah.
And like you said, one of the circuits we go to is to Kiwi Land, into New Zealand, and we go to Rapuna Park.
Yeah, and we was there season 2, which it decided Gary's second championship in Pro, and it decided the fate of like Liam getting into Pro from the Pro-Am group, and what a season we had there. But we start things off next year at the Red Bull Ring, which we visited this year, day race back there. We go to Watkins Glen for an early morning race. That's a brand new track to the calendar, Dad, so it'd be great to go there. We go back to Hockenheim, which was fantastic place season 2 where we raced. We go to Brno, which we've not been to Brno since season 1, Dan, where you took your first ever victory. But it's nice to go back to places like that. We go to brilliant track. We go to Fuji in the day, Texas Road Course, brand new, replacing Daytona for this year. We're trying out a new track.
That one's going to interest me, with the different bankings, with the different layout of that circuit. It should still suit the Mercedes, but it's a different infield, so it could be more balanced out. It's a bit tighter.
It is a bit tighter. We go back to Alton Park International. Tight, twisty, bumpy circuit there. We go back to Long Beach. We bring back one of the street races. What a track that's going to be. We go to Rapuna Park, where we saw the Season 2 finale. We go to Laguna Seca for an evening race. What a drive people had round there. The glitch track, yes. We go to Nürburgring as the second night race. We're back there. And then we end it at Spa. Such a track to end the season. I think we've got a calendar there that's got a variety of tracks involved. And I cannot wait for season. We've still got 2 weeks of season 4 to go, but we've got. I cannot wait for season 5.
We've got 2 iconic circuits to finish the season off. We've got to finish here at Fuji for one, and then we've got to go to Bathurst, Australia. So, and again, still some of the track that most of the drivers are looking forward to racing at. And I still arguably say that Bathurst is probably one of the best tracks on this game. But nonetheless, the calendar sounds amazing. We have circuit. We need to do more American circuits, and that's what we've thrown in. We've done some Watkins Glen. We're going to Texas Road, and we're going back to Long Beach.
Phil's got it.
Yeah, DJ Phil's managed to get into the session. Stealth's off in the background, looking very laggy. No, the calendar looks amazing. And do you know what looks amazing for next season, Matt?
What's that, Dan?
Yourself, you're going to be hitting the track.
I know, I cannot wait, mate. I am buzzing to be on that Pro-Am field next year. I cannot wait. Some new drivers signed up as well, so we're not going to give too much away just yet, but some new drivers signed up. It's good. Pro-Am could be a really competitive grid throughout next season. That's going to be interesting to watch as DJ Phil gets in. Not only that's coming next season, Dan, you know what else is coming, don't you?
Oh, we've got many things coming.
We've got the World Endurance the World Endurance Championship and Formula 1 2021. So make sure you do not go anywhere in the new year. We've got some fun events coming up that we'll be streaming live throughout December. As we head into Christmas. Obviously. Yeah, dates. Keep your eyes out on the Discord, the Facebook group for the dates. They've not been decided for the fun races yet, or the WEC or F1 just yet. So keep your eyes out for them. But we're going to keep streaming throughout December some fun events, some Project Cars 2, some ACC, some F1 itself. But we've got some. Next year, 2022, SimPlay Motorsport Season 5, WEC and F1. Make sure you stick around for this, because next season is going to be fantastic.
Oh, it's going to be an epic season. Some amazing circuits. And obviously, the driver lineups is going to get even more interesting as well. So, we're looking forward to the new season. We're looking forward to the new challenges of F1 and World Endurance. And also, the SimPlay community is very much a touring car league as well. And also, the rumours and news, the fact that we have got a touring car game released as well. it could be possibly on the cards for next season as well. So we got that as well. A bit of ACC here and there as well.
Yeah.
So there's plenty for the Christmas period and also into the new year for SimPlay to be excited about. And make sure you tune in. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified for when we are live. But right now, Matt, we've got to focus on the penultimate round and the finale here of season 4.
We have.
What a season! It's gone, mate. Some of the
It's flew by. It's flew by, Dan. It has been. We started this, 11 weeks ago now. It's still very laggy at the moment. We started this 11 weeks ago, Dan. And, 12 weeks ago, because we had a week break, didn't we, because of the glitches 1 week. But it's flew by, Dan. It has, yeah, it was. It's flew by, hasn't it? We've had dramas. We've had fun times with like Smithy and Ukbar taking first race wins. We've had great times of some great battles out there on track. But where's the 12 weeks gone?
I'll tell you what, there's been some epic moments this season, some brilliant stuff we've seen. DJ Phil's move at Japan, for me, sticks in mind.
Yeah.
Around the outside at 130R. Fury, obviously, it's fantastic drive at Daytona against myself.
Smithy
I was sat...
Smithy in the wet at Zolder stands out as one of the best wet drives of the season.
I was sat in hospital watching that. I was on my deathbed watching that.
You know, one of the best drives of the season for a guy that runs at the back to get a 1-2 on double points.
Kelly and Nicky running the Renault and Gary and Sutton, Little Leach running
Little
the
Leach
Renault. New car, and these guys, they've not been top of the league, but they've been making it work.
And let's not forget, Dan, we go 12 weeks ago to Brands Hatch GP, the very first round of the season. The Z4 took 2 pole positions. All right, the Z4's no longer on the grid, but the Z4 took 2 poles. You had an SLS win a race at Donington. You had an SLS lead for majority with a Bentley in second at Brands Hatch GP. You had a Renault 1-2 domination at Donington Park. We've had a season in Pro-Am, Dan, like no other, where we've had different car choices and we've had a lot of different things happen this year, and it's only going to get better with 4 races left.
Yeah, only 4 races out, but the man that's been the one they've all been chasing is this man, Maze Gamer.
Yeah.
Obviously, the earlier part of the season, he's been dominating. He absolutely nailed it in Indianapolis. I believe he took every single point at Indianapolis. He absolutely annihilated it. But he's been the man they've all been chasing, but he's been a little bit consistent the late half of the season. He's been cracking under the pressure. Wet weather has been what has been his Achilles heels, I think.
It has. No, I agree with everything you say there. And what can he do tonight? Was once on for Fury to beat Fury's record. Now can't even equal Fury's record, as is the way that Joe and Smokey Devil has been one that if he'd have been here at the start of the season, Dan, I think we'd be going into this week 6-driver battle for the title. Because this man, last week especially with a double win, has been phenomenal this back half of the season.
Yeah, and Smokey's never really, when I've experienced him in other leagues, he's never really favoured the Mercedes. And I think this is the first time I've properly seen him run the Mercedes. He's a 10th up on his lap time now. And ever since he's been in this Mercedes, he just seems to have got the best out of it every week. Yeah. Some races he's not been quite there or thereabouts with pace. But he's just been there picking up the pieces. Yeah. When the leaders make a mistake or the Prolapse boys makes a mistake because he has a little drift in the final corner, whenever they've made those errors, Smokey Devil's been there. And it's such a shame he wasn't there earlier on in the season because he could have been a very, very strong contender for this championship. 100%
he could have. We've had like Welshie get back to grips with that Lamborghini and get back to grips of trying to get at the front, and he started to come good. You look at like Dean, who's running P6 at the minute, had a great round at Oscherslaben, but it's drifted away from him. But Dean has the pace to be up there. Don't know, mate. Debut season for him in an Audi that he's not liked, has at times shown glimpses of what he can do up there in the Pro-Am. Peaceful in the chat. The Merc can be a bit of a handful here in some corners, but on the main straight, it's a beast. We'll have to wait to see what it does tonight. Evening to BT Targa. Evening, lads. Good luck all. Come on, Prolapse and Prolassie. Bring it home, boys. And just keep an eye on them, on the toe with them, says Peaceful.
Peaceful's comment there saying about the Mercedes is a beast down the main straight. We did a little bit of testing because obviously new season coming around in the new year. A lot of drivers trying new cars and new things. Yep. And me and Matt had a little taste of a few other cars. I gave it a go. And obviously because Fuji is here next season, we will be doing a lot of bit of testing on this circuit. What we basically found out is the best car in a straight line down this track was the Aston Martin. Yeah. By a mile. Was the quickest car in a straight. But it was terrible in the corners.
Loses a lot in the last part. It's not the first part of the track. It's mainly that last part of the track that it loses a lot of time. Even to Sutty Apex in the chat as well. Nice to see a lot of people chatting and getting their comments in. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and if you are new, and hit that bell icon to be notified. And while we're on about the Mercedes-Benz, Dan, a bit of a stat for you here. If the Mercedes-Benz can get one pole position tonight, that will be the 50th pole position at SimPlay Motorsport for the Mercedes-Benz AMG. And what a stat that is. 50 wins it's already got. Can it get its 50th pole?
Question. If Dean put it on pole position, does that class as its 50th?
No, we're going that as SLS because that is the Mercedes SLS. This is the Mercedes AMG. The Mercedes SLS doesn't have a pole, but it has one win, so we're classing it as a different car. If it was, say it was the Audi, but it was a 24-hour edition, that would be classed as the same because it's on the same category. Do you know what I mean? When you look at the list,
I was going to say,
the Mercedes SLS and AMG come in two different ones. Yeah.
The Smithy's Porsche was on pole position, that would class as a Porsche because obviously I run the normal Porsche, but Smithy runs the endurance
the endurance one, that would count. Whereas if you go onto the list of cars, the Mercedes has two different lists for theirs. It's not on under the same name, so we've put it down as two different manufacturers, if you will, even though it's the same Mercedes name. It's the SLS against the AMG. And here comes Welshie, then one of the last drivers to finish his lap. What can he do as he crosses the line? He's currently down in P8, 2.5 off the back of the pace, and no improvement from him. Smithy then, what can he do? Currently 5.5 off, and he improves. He goes ahead of Stelsoff and Don't Know Mate as Dean Wisoki's going to cross the line. Currently sat P6. Can he improve? No improvement from him there. And it's Stealth Sloth round in the final corner. I think is the last man on a lap. And he's currently 4.5 down on his time. And he's going to go and try the pit entrance. Now, pit entrance here, Dan. No, he's not. Pit entrance here is one to talk about, Dan, because it's kind of got a bit of a corner as you come into it, hasn't it? It's going to be a tricky one. The guys have got to be aware of that one as they come through.
Yeah, very much so. Stelsoff still lagging a little bit there, but hopefully he can get his internet sorted out. Probably worth in race 2, Stelsoff, if you are listening, just to do a little bit of an internet test. It should help your game out a bit. But Maze Gamer is fastest, and when you go on about the pit entry, you're going to come in flying, and obviously the difference in what we had at Sakito... Don't know, mate. Chucked it out. Was sideways coming out the garage. There, he really gave it some beans as he come out. But yeah, as we just about to carry on saying it, the difference in pit lane. I haven't had to do a pit lane entry video due to the fact that we should be able to do this one.
Yeah, this one's.
Skeeter was a little bit more complicated. Obviously, the pit entry was on a corner, a blind corner at that. And a good evening to Gary131, the two-time pro champ, in the comments saying, "Come on, Smithy." But with it being at Sakito, you had a quick right-hander, and the pit entry was a little bit awkward. It was all about trying to get into the pit stop. Here, when we get to it and Don't Know Mates come down the back straight, we've got the long straight. I think the straight is half a mile long, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, something like that, if I remember.
Gamer, he's already got a qualifying ban anyway.
Yeah, he's got a qualifying. Yeah, I don't get that one because he shouldn't be qualifying. So if he sets a lap, that could be very, very naughty from Maze. He has got a ban. And he's coming out. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on Maze and make sure he doesn't set any lap times because he does have a quali ban here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
I don't think he quite got the memo. So, Maze, if you are listening to the stream, you do need to get back into the pits. You are not allowed to qualify. But Don't Know, mate. He's coming around the final sector. The pit entry is going to be interesting, especially if someone's towing one another. Someone's going to be wanting to go in the pit lane, and the pit entry has got enough of a white line for you to enter, so you should be able to identify that you're going in the pits. So it's going to be a tricky one because you're coming in flat out and then into a chicane. And now if we go on board with Don't Know Mate as he now starts a lap here, there's the pit entry line, and you kind of want to be that side of the line. N Prava says Audi for the win, but there's the entry, and Don't Know Mate have to be careful when he goes in because there's a little chicane. And thank you for coming in and watching the stream. Hit that like button if you like what you see, and make sure you subscribe as well. But Don't Know Mate starts a lap time here at Fuji, but Maze still out on track, and he's got a penalty. He's not allowed to be qualifying.
No, he's not. He's got a Q1. Yeah, he's gone back into the pits. DJ Phil not yet here as well, so I don't know where Phil is. It's a shame to not see Phil. But Plova, nice to see you here. Audi for the win, he says. Well, if you want to see if the Audi's going to win, like and subscribe. And hit that notification icon to be notified. The Audi has struggled this year, though, Dan. It's safe to be said, as Don't Know Mate will be the first one to set a lap. The Audi has somewhat struggled this season.
Yeah, which is a shame because the Audi is overall in real life is a very good GT car. But here on Project Cars, it just seems to struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Dono Mate has been trying his absolute best to run it, even though he absolutely detests the car. He's been running it as best he possibly can.
Oh, Dan.
as well.
Kelly, sorry to cut you off there. Kelly's back in the pits. Now, that is not good news. You want to be out there. You want to be getting laps in. It's only a short 10-minute qualifying, and Kelly's gone back into the pits. So he's already, look, down to 6 minutes 42. By the time he starts his flying lap, he's going to be into the 5 minutes. Kelly, then, not getting the best start to his qualifying run here. Already on the back foot, maybe.
Definitely not. And the thing is, as well, he was probably relying on a toe as well for the back straight, and he's lost that. Unless he sticks to the back of Smokey, he's going to lose that toe. But he's got time. But Dono Mate is exiting the final corner. The Audi will set the pace here this evening at Fuji. And what is Dono Mate going to set? And I know he's got a huge bunch of cars behind him.
I tell you now,
quite a gap.
Joe set purple sector 1. Don't know, mate, it's only a 10th off that in Sector 1, so it's not too bad a time. A 42.7, decent banker. We're looking at about the 40-41s, I reckon, for a decent Pro-Am pace, a good Pro-Am pace. I think you're looking in the 40s, 39s, as Joe does a 40.3. Welshie as well, a 42.001, nearly breaking into that. DJ Phil not got a ban. DJ Phil has got a quali ban, but he's not yet in the session. He's joined now. So DJ Phil has joined the session now, and he's got a quali ban as well. So Phil and Maze Gamer will be at the back of the grid then, as Joe's coming out the pitch. Usual tactics for Joe, really sort of closing everything and going for it. Ukbar's currently gone P2. And Argent down in 7th place. Not the best of banker laps for Argent there. Nicky P3, Dean 4th. And Kelly and Smokey yet to set a time. But here comes Smokey. Kelly only just finishing his outlap here as DJ Phil gets himself in.
Yep, DJ Phil obviously into the session now. We obviously will just have to sit in the pits and wait. But Smokey Devil, the man we probably think is going to take pole position here tonight. Now obviously with Maze with his penalty. So across the line, what does Smokey do? He does a 40.4. So not quite the lap times we're seeing. Kelly obviously on his outlap, trying to just stick to the back of that car if he possibly can. He's not quite close enough. He's not quite close enough to the toe.
And Plava, I found this channel because I was racing with you guys just before the stream. Well, thank you, Plava. Do like and subscribe the video. Find us on Facebook, SimPlay Motorsport on Facebook, group and page. Like the page, follow the group. We'll accept you into the group. One of the admins will accept you into the group after the stream, obviously. And we'll hopefully he can get you on the Discord as well. And if you want to sign up to Pro-Am next season, brilliant. There's still spaces available for that one. Don't know, mate, then. What's he going to do? As Ukbar, Dan, was purple Sector 1. Nobody yet gone purple Sector 2, so nobody's on an improved Sector 2. Just personal bests throughout
Dean's gone quicker.
Dean, then, up to 3rd place. Ukbar to cross the line. Where is he? He's crossed the line. He's gone P3, so back above Dean. Brilliant at the minute. This qualifying's looking very interesting. Nicky giving Argent a toe.
A little bit, yeah. And at the minute, Nicky is looking all right in the Renault. He's not too slow off the pace. He's at a better sector this time. But towards the line, there we go. 4th place. It's quite close at the top.
Argent's only gone 6th. And he's pitted, Dan. Well, I am surprised with Argent. Argent's pace has really surprised me. Joe, I think he's on an outlap. Because, he's on an outlap, didn't he? He came out the pits. Argent Smithy into the pits then. Argent's lack of pace tonight is currently surprising me. Two people that are surprised. One person that's really surprising me tonight is Dean Wasocki, P5. Can he keep it up in the race? He's going well at the moment. What can Smokey Devil do? Needs 14 thousandths of a second. Oh, 4 times short. What about Kelly? Kelly in the background. Oh, he's gone 3rd. Wow, good lap.
Look at that. He's used the toe with Smokey. He's stuck to the back of him and has managed to get within a 10th of the Mercedes.
Good lap, that. Good lap. Yeah, great lap. Great lap from Kelly. I think he'd have picked up just a bit of toe. Nicky's in the pits, so he's got a lot of hard work. Dan, 6 tenths all the way down, 7 tenths pretty much to Argent, Dan. Ukbar's bailed out of this one, so he's going to go for one
He's
more
trying to get
lap.
a little bit of clear.
Yeah.
He's currently on a lap. Dean's on a lap as well, so he's going through the final sector. It's relatively close.
Personal best middle sector, Dan, for Dean as well. No improvement in the first. Did he get a good run out the final corner? Can he improve? 5.5 tenths down. He comes towards the line now, and can he improve on his time at the moment? No, 6 tenths down then, so no improvement in the final sector. Joe, though, purple at the minute. So Joe flying, stealth sloth, 3.5 down. Can he improve on his time here? No, he can't. Who's in the background? That's Don't Know, mate. Any improvement on 9th? No. Ukbar bailed, didn't he?
Yeah,
and then I think was it Welshie? No, it wasn't. Joe, though. Where's Rabbit Joe? Because he was purple, Dan. Here he comes now. I'm expecting this to be in the 39s because this looks a quick time at the moment. And here comes Rabbit Joe. And it is in the 39s. What a lap. A second nearly quicker than this man.
What can this man do? Can he respond with that? He looks like he's going in the pits. Smoky Devil bailing for the pits by the looks of things, and Kelly's gone in as well. So these guys aren't going to get another.
No, Kelly looked like he was looking for the slipstream, Dan. Yeah,
Kelly wanted to toe. Has he improved? Starsoft disconnected, so sadly he might be able to get back in.
He should be able to. Kelly finds a 10th, goes P2. He has jumped Smokey. Smokey's not got time to do another lap. Kelly could be on the front row. There will be time for Starsoft to get back in, but he may be starting 13th. What a shame for him. Argent then, he's on an outlap, I do believe. Can he find any time? He's 7th place at the minute. Argent is struggling here on an outlap. Who's where at the moment? A few guys coming through Sector 2. Dean and Welshie. All green in Sector 1, but nothing in Sector 2. Stolzloff gets in. Will be able to join the race. Hopefully he goes ahead of DJ Phil and Maze Gamer. If not, that's just unfortunate. But Dean then, no personal best Sector 2, but a personal best Sector 1. Can he improve in the final sector? Just needs a 10th to go ahead of Nicky.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
No improvement. No. What about Ukbar in the background? Dan, Ukbar bailed on his last lap. Can he do anything this time?
Surprising me in the
he is me as well. He is me. And he's not got a slipstream here.
He needs to find 2, maybe 3 tenths to jump Smokey, and he's in 3rd place.
Oh, he's got it! He's got 2nd! The Janetta! He's flying! Well, she stays down in P8. Who's that in the background? It's Rabbit Joe, I think, who was purple. Sector 1 again. Can he improve on his time even more? Yes, he goes a 39.3, backs into the pits. He doesn't need to do another one. But Ukbar 2nd, Kelly 3rd, Smokey's down to 4th. Has Joe just given the Mercedes-Benz its 3rd? Kelly's bailed, Dan. Kelly's bailed. Stolzloff into the race, and we'll start P11.
There's only a handful of people who can really take this away from Ukbar. Ukbar with a brilliant lap in the Janetta. For me, the man of qualifying this has been.
Definitely.
He's done a fantastic job. Argent, has he finally got a lap together? And can he finally get on the front row? The Mercedes, they've been outdone by a Janetta and a Renault at the minute.
He's been fantastic, but Argent being outdone by 6 other drivers will not want that for his championship with May starting at the back. Can he improve at the end? Goes P5. Dean's back to the pits. That is shocking from Argent by Argent standards. That is poor.
It's not what you would want. And considering Rabbit Joe, Smoky Devil, and a couple other Mercedes guys like Maze as well, and DJ Phil possibly as well, they've got the pace.
Yeah, but Dan, his biggest rivals at the back. Oh, we've lost Sloth again. He can still get back in. His biggest rivals are Kelly and Maze. They're both at the back. One's 3rd. His closest rival in terms of points is Kelly. 2 places in front. Oh, he's got to watch out for Nicky. The team game. Can Ukbar find any more time in this last lap? He does. Goes 7/10. What about Welshie? P8 at the minute. Stays P8 then for Welshie. Stolzloff gets back in. He should be able to get back into the race as well. So Dan, talk us through the grid.
Well, we got Rabbit Joe who will start on pole position, but on the front row with him is Ukbar. Will his bad luck finally in here tonight, being in 2nd place? Kelly with a good qualifying in 3rd, but watch out for Smoky Devil in 4th place in that Mercedes. Argent with all the work to do in 5th, with his prolapse rival of Nicky next to him in 6th. 7th will go the way of Dean Wasocki. Can find a bit more pace in that SLS. It's definitely fast in the straight. Welshie, keep an eye out for him to pick out places as the Carnage goes ahead. Don't know, mate, currently in that 9th place position. Smithy will start 10th. DJ Phil and Maze Gamer at the back of the grid due to their penalties, and hopefully Stolzloff will join the session. But nonetheless, we're about to get underway for race 1, and guys, get your predictions in on who you think is going to take the first win of the night here at Fuji. And Matt, I'm excited for this. Ukbar and Kelly at the front, showing what those downforce cars can do, and with the likes of Smokey and Argent having to make their way through, and Maze at the back of the grid, this is going to be an epic race nonetheless.
This is going to be one hell of a race. Do not go anywhere. Rabbit Joe then with the extra point, and let's not forget that extra point, he's in for the championship here, is crucial as well, Dan. That's crucial for the Constructors' title as we get ready to get underway. That is the Mercedes-Benz 50th pole position here at SimPlay Motorsport. We have not got Stolzloff in for the first race. What a shame there for him. He can hopefully get in for race 2, but he's not going to be around for race 1 then.
But we don't have Stolzloff, but yeah. Rabbit Joe on pole position with Ugbar. That's your front row. Kelly, KLF 900 in that third place with Smokey. That is your second row. Third row of the grid will go the way of Arjun and Nikki. Team ProLabs wanting to try and gain as much points as they possibly can on Forever Forward so they can win the title. Dean Wasocki in 7th and Welshie in 8th with that 4th row of the grid. Dono, May and Smithy will take up that 5th row of the grid with 9th and 10th, and DJ Phil and Amaze Gamer with their penalties at the back of the grid. But if Stelsloff is listening to me now, do a quick internet test. Sometimes it tends to help the PlayStation out and get a little bit more of a reception. But nonetheless, we're about to get underway for the first race here. Matt, I'm going to have to ask a prediction for race 1.
Do you know what? I'm going to go Ugbar.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go Rabbit Joe. He was saying to us just before the session start that he just needs to eliminate his mistakes because he can.
Oh
win
my
races.
days. Dan, sorry. Have you seen what Argent has just put in the chat?
Oh my God, I've left myself in lean in qualifying.
He's ran the lower mode of fuel and not gone full engine mode. Well, there's no wonder he's P5.
This should be interesting now. This
Well,
should be very interesting.
Well, of all the mistakes, though, Dan, penultimate race weekend, championship deciders possibly, leaving yourself in the slowest engine mode possible. That seems like a rookie mistake. But nonetheless, Dan, the 2 green red lights, 3 red lights. It's go, go, go. Rabbit Joe gets a great getaway. And it's not the best of starts for DJ Phil. Ugbar a little bogged down. What can Smokey Devil do? Dean didn't get a great start neither. And here they come. Look at them all piling into turn 1. Who can get on the brakes the best? There's a tap. Smokey's lost the rear a little bit there. Nicky's lost a few places. He's dropped to 5th. He's only lost to Argent, actually. Oh, that's Dean and Smokey. Dean and Smokey in the wall.
Not the best start for Smokey at all. He's lost out big time. But it's Arjun who's already jumped the Team ProLabs drivers. That's what he needed to do. And now putting in the right engine mode, he might be able to go somewhere now.
Yeah, he might be able to go further up the grid. Evil Scotsman, am I the only one seeing the pit stop marker on the right-hand side of the start-finish line? No, think it's glitched out. It's been there all practice and qualifying session. But Smokey then, I didn't get the best of starts. Him and Dean, don't forget, pit windows lap 4. But if they've got significant damage, they can pit. But Ugbar sticking with Joe just about at the moment. Look at these in the background, though, as Maze. Look at Maze. He goes to dive on Don't Know Mate, who covers that one off. Oh, there's been an incident. I think Don't Know Mate caught the back of Welshie, who got caught by Maze. Not quite sure what happened there, but Nicky's lost 3 places.
Nicky's lost a lot of places there.
Oh!
Maze and Welshie all over the shot there. These all come through, and Smithy's now on the move.
Yeah, Smithy's
now
up.
starting to get places.
He's up there as Don't Know Mate runs a little wide. Welshie's looking up the inside, and Smithy's going to have a look as well. And that Audi looks a bit twitchy, as does the Lamborghini early doors. But it's Joe, Ugbar, Argent, Kelly, Maze now from the back all the way up to 5th. Smithy's going to look round the outside here, and let's watch this Porsche against the Renault of Nicky, who's lost the rear. And this is not what ProLabs needed at the moment. What can Kelly do in the slipstream? He's got Maze hunting him down. It's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in the championships. At 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the track at the minute. Who is going to take what so far? The Renault in the slipstream, not being dropped here, Dan. Can it break? He's not going to send one into turn 1. We didn't see the send it. Oh, and Kelly putting Maze on the grass a bit there. Naughty, naughty. There's a wall there as well on the outside, Dan.
I don't think Kelly actually saw Maze coming. That's how fast Maze is coming at him. So he got a little bit distracted by Argent, and then Maze obviously just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No contact made, so it's all good so far. Ugbar though, somewhat sticking to Rabbit Joe. Rabbit Joe's not pulling away.
No, he's not gapping it. He's gapped him a little bit, but not a lot at the moment. Can the Ginetta start to reel it in? Ginetta will be kinder on its tyres, as will the Renault compared to this Mercedes-Benz in this race. The forecast looks dry for tonight, so no rain around whatsoever. But Kelly has just been dropped a little bit by Argent, but that's natural Sector 1. Look at them as they come to Sector 3. This is where, Ugbar, it looks like he's gone a bit deep there, as did Argent, as did Kelly. And Maze Gamer nails the apex of the corner. So a few cars just struggling there, Dan. And now Kelly's one of them. He's got to watch out for Maze, that's giving himself too tight a angle there and backs out of that move. But Kelly has lost out massively to Argent. He needed that toe on the straight. I don't know, Argent looked deep there.
Argent seems to be struggling a little bit in the slow section, but obviously the first half of the circuit will suit the Mercedes a lot better than the Renault. Maze will get a great run out this corner and just out-drag that Renault as Kelly's trying to defend, and he's squeezing him, and gives him the place as I go on to a different driver.
We're watching Kelly. There's a pit wall coming up. Here he goes. Here he goes.
I think he's learnt his lesson. But Mays switched
oh no, and he's coming. He's coming across him. But look, the Renault, Dan, it's not being outdone massively by the Merc in the straight line.
No, it's not, but he's got... just gives Mays a little tap.
Little kiss.
Little tap, but that was enough just for Mays to get in front. And now we can try and hunt down Argent.
He can try and hunt down Argent. Nicky's down in 11th, so not the start he'd have wanted. Smoky Devil trying to fight back through the pack. He's on the back of Don't Know Mate and Smithy. And what can these boys do? At the minute, we know Don't Know Mate wants to get out the Audi and will be for next season, we do believe, as they come through at the moment. Kelly's got back ahead of Mays somewhere, but now Mays looks underneath into the left-hander, gets the job done. Kelly in the slipstream then. All this is just allowing Argent to creep away. Kelly really... needs to stick with Mays. And I think Don't Know Mate's had a problem because he's dropped to 12th.
Oh, he's dropped behind Dean Masaki. I think in the little race between him, Smithy and Smokey. Smokey's car is looking awful at the minute. He's been in the woods a little bit. Kelly right onto the back of Mays again. And Mays' car, as we always seen this season, is very, very twitchy. Very twitchy.
It is indeed. Kelly, though, will be stronger at this sector, but Kelly keeps missing his apexes here, Dan. Is he just trying to push too hard, trying to stay with that Mercedes? Because he just seems to be missing his apexes. Gets one better that time, but what can Kelly do? This is his question now. Ukbar's been dropped by Rabbit Joe. That gap's 2.7. Kelly needs to stick with Mays in this slipstream, and has got the slipstream. They can now start. In fact, he might just get a benefit of a double toe from Argent here.
Yeah, possibly. Mays is obviously trying to get on the back of Argent. Within a second, they are of each other. Obviously, I think Mays is running his cars a little bit more low downforce. We know Argent likes to ride a little bit higher downforce. Mays is actually catching Argent quicker than Kelly sticking with Mays. So that's the superior power of the Mercedes, just pulling away from the Renault.
Yeah.
But Argent goes wide there, and that's going to allow Mays to have a sniffing opportunity.
Smoky Devil
coming in early.
No, he's not. Oh, no, he is. He's a lap early. So...
He is a lap early, but I think he's got a lot of damage to that car, though. By the
yeah, no, he has. So has the damage got too much for Smoky Devil there then? But Kelly sticking with Mays. Mays a lot wider through here, and the Renault can keep it a lot tighter through this long right-hander. And this might be where the Merc starts to do its front left tyre a little bit, the strain on it. But these two have reeled Argent in, and Mays again just letting that car drift sort of out wide. But look at the run he had on Argent there as Nicky's gaining on the back of Phil and Smithy. Smithy up to 7th. Another brilliant race for him then at this moment in time. There's Ukbar. Look at Mays and Argent. Mays looks one way, then Jinx to the other. Can he outbrake Argent? Is Argent? No, Argent! He's massively outbraked himself, and Kelly follows Mays then. And is that Kelly ahead of Argent? Yes, it is. Renault ahead of Mercedes-Benz, and it's 1, 2, 3 in the championship, and it's that order on the track.
Yeah, so far it's not getting in the way of Team Pro Labs, with obviously Rabbit Joe leading the way. But Kelly now getting ahead of Argent will really help him out. Mays really sideways through the final sector. Is really on the edge here.
Yeah, he's pushing it.
He definitely is pushing it, but nonetheless, he's cleared those two. Can he hunt down Ukbar and Rabbit Joe now? That's all he's got left to get him. But what a recovery drive nonetheless on the back of the pack. Nicky trying to find a way past DJ Phil at this precise moment. Can he look to the outside and get a better run? We'll see if this Renault can stick with the Porsche and Mercedes. Probably the two strongest cars in a straight line. Smithy obviously opting to pit by the looks of things.
Yeah, is he? As then what Nicky's got a benefit of here is Smithy's slipstream a little bit, just to try and help him to get past DJ Phil. So Smithy then is going to come in at the end of lap 4.
Look at that, DJ Phil is just pulling away.
Yeah, not massively though, is it? I thought the Renault might lose more, but the Renault, actually, I think Nicky's going to go up the inside of him into turn 1, and he has done. Ran a bit deep and has lost out now. And he's going to be on the inside for turn 2. So Nicky there has done just enough to hamper DJ Phil. And I don't think that Mercedes, he's going to get away massively. Don't Know Mate into the pits as well. And Nicky up into P7.
Yep, up into another position there. Welshie is his next target, but he's quite a bit away ahead. Obviously 6.4 seconds ahead of Nicky right now. So that's going to take him some time to catch onto the back of him. But this is your main fight here at this precise moment. Mays, Kelly and Argent. These guys all leading the championship 1, 2 and 3, and they're all battling it out here in the final few places of the podium. And Kelly's got to play this smart. He knows the Renault will be better on the tyres than the Mercedes. Yeah. And we know what Mays is like throughout the later part of the race. He tends to push his tyres to the limit. But that's his style, Matt. That's his
I know,
driving
but
style.
he just the angle there of the camera, I just thought he was going to lose the rear, but that is his style, you're right. He's driven like that all season, and he's starting to gain on Ukbar a little. And is that Renault being taken with him?
I'll tell you what, Rabbit Joe out in front doing a solid job at the 40s at the minute. He's gone. He's left Ukbar for dead right now, and he just needs to focus on his lap time. It's not the best lap time that time, but nonetheless, Rabbit Joe's pulling away from these guys. May's not really improving either. Kelly, they're all in the 41s.
I was going to say,
fastest at that.
No one really being in the 40s. So Joe's 1 minute 40 lap, a stellar lap from him, and nailed everything. Welsh then the first one into the 42s, but big fight now. If Mays gets onto the back of Ukbar, does that bring Kelly back into play on Mays? Argent's just now started to creep back onto the rear of Kelly after his mistake early on of running deep. Mays just started to drop Kelly a little bit as well. So I just think it's two offs this race at the minute, Dan. When Kelly's right behind Mays, I think that Renault looks good and can keep away from Argent. But when it's not, I think Kelly's starting to struggle, and I think we're seeing this benefit here.
Yeah, a little bit here. And DJ Ville still sticking to the back of Nicky. Hopefully those guys can creep onto the back of Welshie and have a little fight there. But Argent seems like he's got the pace in the first half, but Kelly just seems to pull away here in the final. So, Argent!
That was ambitious! And it's forced Kelly wide. And Kelly has gone back across the grass. Argent will be given the place back there. But a flash from Kelly. Argent's giving him the place back. Now.
But Kelly's gone deep.
Oh, he's gone deep. Now, like Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton at the weekend, that was a bit different. That was a send-it manoeuvre, but Argent never made the corner. Good to see Welshie allowing other drivers to win for a change. Can't all be as good as him, says Hayden Bennett in the chat. And we miss Hayden Bennett. It's been a while since we've seen him on the track. We do miss Hayden. And shame he's not with us. But Mays Gamer now, right on the back of Ukbar. And what this means, Dan, is Kelly's nowhere near now. So this is a battle for second place outright. As Argent going to try and drag himself along past Kelly. These are side by side. Ukbar's got don't know mate to get it past. So is Mays Gamer. And Mays twitching under the brakes. Look at Kelly and Argent. Argent's up the inside line this time round. Kelly hasn't decided to put him in a wall, but Argent's decided to not send one. He's decided to get level and drive so deep it's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's gone very deep there. He should have played that a little bit smarter, and he would have been able to have Kelly down into turn one. But Kelly's now got that advantage of pulling away and getting a better drive out of turn one. But now the main fight to be looking at is Ukbar defending from Mays. Ukbar's got nothing to lose. He ain't in for the championship, and he wants as many points and as many wins under his belt as he possibly can. Mays, on the other hand, has to be careful.
Don't know, mate, there. Did you see that? Don't know, mate. Pulls to the left to let the leaders through, and Mays nearly caught the back of him.
Here we go. Mays looking all over the place to try and find a way past on Ukbar. He's going to have to go around the outside. And Mays goes deep, but Ukbar shuts the door. And Mays nearly drops it.
What's happened to Ukbar there? He had a bit of a twitch. Don't know, mate's unlapped himself. Kelly and Argent in the background. Argent still can't get past. And has that just allowed then Ukbar? He's gone! Ukbar's made a mistake! So that's put Kelly and Argent over another place. And here comes Welshie. We've not spoken about him because he's been very quiet at the minute. Up into P5 goes Welshie so far. That move looked very Verstappen-esque. I assume that's in relation to Argent's one on Kelly earlier, says Peaceful Explosion, or Mike Matthews in the chat. But Kelly Argent still battling here now. Maze Gamer, a 1 minute 40 dead, Dan. He's coming at Joe.
Look at the run that Argent's got. Argent had a great run there, and Kelly's really pushing the limit.
Oh, I think Kelly's pitting. I think Kelly... No, he's not. No, he's not. No, yeah, he is. There he is.
Diving into the pits there, as you see the entry there, he gets it.
I think that's why he flashed Argent then there, Dan.
Yeah,
oh, no! Oh, sorry. I thought Nicky was coming into the pits at the same time as his teammate.
No, he was trying to get the toe off Ukbar. Ukbar probably with damage to the front of that car. Such a shame. He had a great start to this race. And as soon as Mays put him under pressure, Kelly's gone.
Yeah, good
Kelly's
stop.
stop gone and dusted.
Good stop. Nicky probably could have pitted and would have been in the pits just behind Ukbar, let's not forget. Nicky probably could have come in. No, you can't risk it. You won't risk it for a chocolate biscuit, would you? Let's be honest. But Kelly, he won't, definitely not for a soggy biscuit. Maybe a chocolate one. So Smoky Devil, Ukbar, Kelly, Smithy, and Don't Know Mate have all pitted. So the top 7 yet to pit. Joe has a 5.6 second lead. So what's happened to Mays? Because he's lost pretty much a second somewhere then. Just looking at where the leaders are. They're coming into the final sector. Mays. Oh, he's very, very twitchy on the rear. And Mays hasn't dropped Don't Know Mate yet. So that would suggest to me that Mays just starting to struggle a bit. Argent's got free air now, Dan. Can he get good pace?
I don't think really Mays is struggling as such. I just think Joe's got the pace. He's got the pace to stay out in front. He can control it as Mays gone wide.
No, I think Mays is starting to struggle on the sliding business is what I'm talking about, because he just seems to be making one or two mistakes this lap and a half.
Tyre wear probably now starting to kick in for the Mercedes, and this is going to benefit the Renaults now. The Renaults of Nicky and Kelly, maybe the Lamborghini as well with Welshie and Smithy probably as well. They're all better on their tyres.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll all be coming back at these guys later on in this race. DJ Phil's still trying to stick onto the back of Nicky right now.
He's not. He's made a mistake. Yeah.
He's made a mistake, sadly, but nonetheless he carries on and keeps going. But Joe, look at that pace. He's constantly in the 40s.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to curse you, Joe, but this is what you need to do earlier on in the season, mate.
And do you know what? It's a shame that Joe's not yet registered for next season.
Nicky.
Welshie and Nicky come in, because Joe, I think, could bounce straight back up to the pro and be worthy in that Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, definitely so. But we've had a chat with Joe, and Joe's taking a sabbatical, thinking that he wants to enjoy playing other games, and he spent the last year focusing on project cars and really focusing on this championship. And he's been at the top of the game. He's been in the pro. He's been in the pro-am. And I think we're going to miss Joe. But,
we will.
Nonetheless, he will need the good time off, sometimes to refresh, and he'll be back.
What a way to bow out by winning the title. Could you imagine that? What a way to bow out for a year's sabbatical, have a rest and come back.
Let's not curse him now.
Well, no, let's not. He's got a long way to go. He's got a lot of work to do. This man Mays is going to push him all the way. But when you're outscoring the championship rival and everybody that's around you in the championship, that's a good start. So everybody from 5th up then haven't pitted. So Rabbit Joe, Mays, Argent, DJ Phil and Dean. We're halfway through this race. I'm surprised Dean hasn't pitted, because he had that heavy shunt into the wall early on, didn't he, with Smokey Devil? But he's not yet pitted and starting to gain on DJ Phil. Here
is Smokey Devil now onto the back of Welshie.
So that early. No, Ukbar, what a shame. He'll be able to, don't forget, top 6 cannot qualify for race 2, but what a shame for Ukbar. Down in P11 then.
Just a reminder to all the new followers and new watchers to the stream. Race 2 is a reverse grid as such. The top 6 will not be able to qualify for race 2, and the bottom half will be allowed to qualify. This will allow the slower guys an opportunity for a race winning opportunity as well, and also we do our interviews after the race as well. So tune in to make sure you get to hear what these drivers have been through here this evening. But nonetheless, so far the top 6 will not be able to qualify, and at the minute that's Joe, Mays, Argent, and possibly Kelly and say Nicky as well.
Possibly Kelly. Nicky, we'll have to wait and see. Where is Kelly then? Just past DJ Phil down the start straight. What's his gap to Dean? 6.6 seconds. But Dean has yet to pit, should I say. DJ Phil's pit stop. What do we reckon for a pit stop here? Down in and out, because it's a long old pit lane.
Well, Nicky's just gone past, and those two are relatively close. So DJ Phil not had the best of pit stops. No. I would say roughly a good one, you're looking at probably 28 seconds, possibly. A bad one, probably 30 to 35.
So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Smokey's got Welshie done then. So Smokey's early stop has got himself out of Welshie and up to P7 at the moment. Can he hunt down Nicky, the man who was by the front of the grid, had a great qualifying. So far then, these two cannot qualify for the second race, but top 4 now still to pit. As Ukbar comes back in again. Bless him.
Smokey's recovering well, considering that earlier on he caught up in a little bit as a shunt. Obviously, Smokey was ahead of him. Welshie was ahead of him, so he's already made one place up. And now he's trying to hunt down Nicky next, who's just down the corner. So it's not doable. Smokey might end up not qualifying in this race.
4 seconds, Nicky, to Smokey Devil, though. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as they go through. Can Smokey Devil make that up? He's looked quick in practice and qualifying so far. Don't forget, it was quickest in practice. It was second quickest in practice and was on 4th quickest in qualifying. As Ukbar then down into P12. At the moment, this man, what about his dominance so far? And Mace just can't seem to catch him. They just seem to be lapping similar. When one goes into the 40, the other one drips into the 41s, and then they sort of swap around. And Argent, P3, clear air, although he's got Don't Know Mate to lap. What is his pace? 42s. Kelly's in the 41s. It's not great from Argent at the minute. Needs to be lapping better than that if he's going to jump Argent. If he's going to jump Kelly. Dean then 4.9 to Kelly. And that's going to be an interesting one to keep our eyes on. But Smokey Devil just ahead of Welshie. Let's see Lambo to Merck here. Lambo in the slipstream just about, I'd say, just getting a bit of effect there.
He's just out ever
Yeah,
so
he's losing.
slightly.
He's losing a lot of time here. He lost 2/10 down this straight already. 3/10 down this straight before they hit the brakes. Well, she did there. So that's a shame. Akbar then still in the pits. Long stop for him. He's coming out now, and he's struggling in this one.
Obviously, we're getting to the point of the race where we're not sure when these guys are going to pit. Obviously, Pro-Am and Pro pit stops are going to be different due to the fact that the Pro-Am can pit until the very last lap of lap 17, while the Pro class have been given a time slot as such, a lap slot to pit within that window.
Argent's coming in.
Yeah, we see a flash of Argent in the background, so this should be interesting. Argent is in. Kelly is about 30 seconds back.
And I was just about to say that. Oh, now was he across the red stuff there? Oh. You got to be within the white lines there, Dan, on pit entry. Was Argent on the red stuff there, I wonder? But that'll be interesting. Oh, good stop. Oh, good stop.
The long pit straight, though. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah, but good stop. That's negated anything he needed in that pit box.
Kelly's going to be up to speed, though. That's the difference.
Yeah, the other difference is as well is Dean Wasocki could be in front of Argent by the time Argent gets out the pits. Dean's already up to about 160, 170 miles an hour. There goes Dean Wasocki ahead of Argent. Kelly has been jumped.
But look how close he is.
Yeah, he's close. But Dean's going to play a huge factor into this.
He is going to play a huge factor. He's 2 seconds a lap slower than the guys in front. But with the likes of Arjun and Kelly, they're a little bit...
Oh, he's dropped it!
Dean's in the wall.
Dean's not going to be any part of this.
Oh, no, Dean. No, Dean. So that was just down to raw pace from Kelly. He has to bring that gap down to Arjun if he wants to be on the podium.
So this is now.
Still haven't pit.
This is game on, Dan. Now this is game on, Kelly to Argent. This is a fight to the death. Kelly knows that he can't afford to give Argent any points. Joe, 2 wheels on the track at least here. May's game are coming in as well.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. He's staying out. I thought he was going to come in. So May's game are going to risk it, stay out then. So it's only Mays and Dean then that haven't yet pitted. Joe, will he come out ahead of these two? Of course he will, because he's flying. Joe's already on his way out.
Yeah, Joe has been undone. So, Arjun goes wide. I thought he was about to drop that. Then again, that angle really doesn't help things out. Yeah, it doesn't help. Kelly's trying to bring that gap down. He's got a lot closer to Arjun this time. He might have the benefit of the toe. He needs a good drive out the final corner. That's his problem. I've
noticed with Kelly, Dan, compared to Arjun there, that Kelly takes such a tighter line out final corner compared to Arjun, who seems to go out wide and sling it back in. I wonder, obviously, there's so many lines to take through that last corner. He is being threatened by the toe. Arjun trying to break it here. Kelly is just slightly gaining. Couple of hundredths here, and that Renault's better on the brakes than the Merc and gets it turned into turn one. Does Argent? Has he gone deep there? I think he missed the apex. He's gone massively deep, and Kelly had a lug there on the exit to the corner. Can't get nothing done. But Kelly now, after a great last sector, threatening the back of Kieran Argent here, and he's putting the third place podium spot under some pressure.
He is, definitely so. Arjun needs to be squeaky clean now. Kelly's going to pressurise him right to the end, and I think Arjun will struggle later on as the tyres start to go away. Joe still way out in front at this precise moment of these guys, but when does Mays choose to pit? He's only got a short amount of time left. He's got to do it before lap 17, or on lap 17, sorry. So Mays still sticking to stay out, or is he coming in? He's now coming in. He's coming.
Oh, well.
That's an interesting... that's quite an after pit lane, but okay. That's an interesting one. But nonetheless, Arjun seems to have lost a bit more time again. Kelly, final sector, a lot stronger here than Arjun. And look here, he's going down the inside. He's having a look, trying to find where Arjun's weaker. Kelly I think he just needs to get a good run out the final corner. We've
seen in this race as well, Dan, though, that Arjun, when he's being put under pressure, seems to run deep at these corners. From Mays and Kelly earlier, that he runs a little deep. Now then, where's Mays in the pits? Just coming out now, so Arjun and Kelly aren't going to be... he's going to clear them quite easily. But, I mean, when you cut off the pit entry, it's a bit easy, isn't it, I suppose?
A little bit easier, yeah. Argent's still trying to defend from Kelly at the minute, trying to break the toe. Argent found a 10th on him that last lap, or 2 tenths, but Kelly's so much better on the brakes.
Yeah.
So much better on the brakes.
And that's where Kelly's got to be bold. He's got to think about doing it on the brakes. Danny's got to think about now what's happened to Dean. Dean's pitted, that's why.
Yeah, so Smokey's now bringing that gap down to Nicky,
yeah.
So that fight there is going to be going on till the end as well.
Oh, Mays! Round he goes!
Mays.
He's dropped him from second! And that's put Kelly and Argent up into second and third. And now Mays has got a lot of work to do. Can Kelly put that pressure onto Argent for a few more points? Pressure on Mays at the end of this race, Dan.
This is helping Joe out massively.
Oh, he had to brake there, did Mays, sorry.
He's really struggling right now. Cold tyres, and he's not too far away from these guys. He can bring it back. But Joe is in the driver's seat right now.
Now, based on the championship, the best thing for Joe is Kelly and Mays finishing as low down as possible. Yes, he's going to outscore his teammate, who's third in the standings. But when you're looking at the standings at the minute, it's positions on the track. The standings is reversed. 3-2-1 based on the track position. So for Joe, he's going to outscore Kelly and Mays more than his teammate. But that's fine because he's closer to his teammate in the championship standings. Mays pushing too hard.
This benefits Forever Forward as well. Nicky down in 5th place and Kelly
massively.
in 3rd. Forever Forward taking a 1-2. I bet they weren't expecting this at the start of the night.
I bet there wasn't, especially with Kieran running it in lean, that's for sure. Let's hope he's not in lean now. Can Kelly, 1.2 behind, keep in that toe? Let's keep an eye on the pace. Mays has got to clear, don't know, mates. Let's keep an eye on the gap, which has just slowly come down a little bit to 1.17. So that Renault gaining a little bit in the slipstream so far. As Argent hits the brakes, Kelly needs a good middle and final sector to really stick with Argent. Kind of right the first sector out because it's pretty much this part here. Turn 1, turn 2, the only bit where Kelly can gain in Sector 1. Sector 2 is all about that long right-hander and all about the final sector as well, where Kelly needs to gain over Argent. 1.5 seconds is the gap.
It is where it all counts, really. And I think the problem is that Kelly is running a little bit tight in the final sector, which is not allowing him to get the drive that he needs out of the final corner. He just needs to run a little bit wider and try and get a good slingshot out the final corner. It should give him that...
He's not close enough, Dan, to be trying to look up the inside in that final sector. He's too, like you say, he's too tight. So when me and you was testing in the week, I tried to keep tighter in the Acura because if I could stick a nose in there, you can't turn in on me. Kelly, I don't know if Kelly's adopting that approach, but it's too tight in this sector here. He needs to kind of copy Argent and flow round the corners, take them wider lines in. He's just making his entry too tight, and that's what's hurting him in this last sector.
Yeah, it's hurting him ever so slightly. He's tight again there, and it's not taking enough speed into the corner. If he keeps driving like that, Mays should start then to creep on him ever so slowly. I think he just needs to stay a little bit wider. You see...
that was better. You see, that was better. That final corner was better there because you can get on the wider entry. You can get on the power a bit earlier through that last corner there as his teammate then is coming under some pressure. And what Prolapse don't need is to lose any more points. Oh, his teammate has got a Mercedes AMG staring him down as they come to the start straight.
Smokey should be able to out-track this Renault quite easily as he come down the back straight now. Nicky with no real defence unless he's running full loose downforce so that he stays as sleek as he possibly can. The Mercedes ain't dragging him too
No, not massively.
But, maybe Nicky's running a very low downforce, but Smokey's going to try into turn 1 for sure.
Has to. No, doesn't think about it. So stays quiet. I think Nicky was expecting him to send one up the inside, but they stay as they are. 1.2 the gap then. Kelly to Argent. Smokey to Nicky though. Prolapse under some real pressure tonight after a good week at Sakito. And could you imagine if Kelly had turned up to race there, what else they could have scored at Sakito when Argent had a terrible, terrible week. But he's bouncing back here. We've not really spoke about Welshie much in this one. How good's he done for P7, by the way?
Yeah, he's not really had the pace of the leaders, but he's been minding his own business there in 7th place. He should be able to qualify for race 2. So he might be the one to keep an eye on for pole position. So we might be able to see Welshie at his best later on, but nonetheless, he's been trying his absolute best in that 7th place position. Kelly's a lot closer.
Look,
to
he's too tight again there from Kelly. Just that little clip you turned to him there. It was just too tight from Kelly once again, and he's lost a bit of time, I reckon, to Argent by staying too tight. Although I say that, he's got within a second of Argent. So has Argent made a mistake somewhere this lap? Smoky Devil back to Nicky then. Here, lap 17, these are all starting now, so penultimate lap. of the penultimate rounds of Season 4. And here we go then. Round 21 of this season. And it's coming down to the final 2 laps for Kelly to Argent.
He's found a second in that.
Look at where Argent breaks compared to Kelly. Oh, a bit of a slide! And Kelly gets a run on the outside, does he? And is this a chance that Kelly needed? He's got his nose up the inside of Argent. And Argent cannot come across here because there's Kelly. And does Kelly get up the inside at turn 2? He does! He does, and he's into P2! Oh, Argent! Oh, he's tapped the rear! He's tapped the rear, and round he goes! He's managed to somehow keep it going! That's put Mays up into 3rd! Dan, scenes!
Not good. Not good for Argent. The slightest of taps, which has upset the rear of Argent's car. Not Kelly's, Argent's car. And it was just the tiniest of tap. Kelly didn't really shut the door. There was enough space, but nonetheless, Mays is right onto the back of Kelly here. He could still get him at this point.
Mays could still get Kelly, yeah.
Mercedes.
Well, where's Argent? Yeah, where's Argent gone there? Has he heat as them that or as them rears that maybe starting to lose grip just started to heat up a bit after that rear end lost it? He did well to not hit the wall and not go fully round, because imagine if Argent had gone fully round there, Dan, and Nicky would have got past him.
Yeah, he would have, but Nicky still having his own little fight with Smokey, and he's doing a great job keeping him behind. Considering he's still Smokey with a lot more pace than the rest of the cars around him. Mays is close enough to Kelly to get the slipstream, and we know Mays' car has been phenomenal down this back straight. So we'll see how close that Mays can get to the back of Kelly right now, but he's hunting him down. He's slowly getting closer, but not close enough yet. Maybe on the final lap we will see a do-or-die move from Mays. He has a little look.
He has a little flash as well there. And Mays gained 1.2 seconds by the time they hit the brake, or gained 1.2 seconds, sorry, by the time they hit turn 1, because he pretty much pushed him through turn 1 there. So now Mays, we know he's got a quick car in a straight line. It's a long run to the finish line, Dan. So Kelly needs to have... Kelly's wide! Mays is through! When Kelly wants to gain on the championship leader, that one's gone away from him. And he's back to 3rd. It's a podium nonetheless, though.
Yeah, nonetheless, it is a podium. Kelly would now start getting frustrated that he allowed Mays to get him past so easily. And Smithy and DJ Will having a little fight towards the end.
Yeah, Smithy's got past him. Smithy's got past Phil there, so Smithy up to P8. Good for Smithy. Mays deep. Was that Mays deep? It was Mays deep. Can Kelly capitalise? No, he can't. He's trying to look underneath Mays Gamer, but he's doing it. He's going about it all wrong. He's got underneath now. But is this going to set him up for the next corner? Mays very wide. He's on the track. Back on he comes. Kelly to the outside. We'll come to Joe in a minute. It's a long run to the start. Back.
He's pretty much there. Joe
is there. Joe then is going to take the first win of the night, and it's 1 win for Rabbit Joe. What a start to his evening that is. And it's going to be Mays Gamer, is it, to take a P2? When it looked like he was out of it, he's going to come across for the P2. Kelly then, in great fashion, is going to come across for a P3.
Yeah, P3 for Kelly is exactly what he needed. Arjun coming home in 4th, not what he wanted. When 1 minute it looked like it was a forever forward 1-2, is now forever forward 1 and 4. Nicky coming home in the 5th place position, with Smokey not able to get any closer than he could. So Smokey will not be able to catch Nicky. So that's your top 6 that won't be able to qualify. Don't know, mate, coming home behind them as well. Ukbar, I believe, just behind them as well. But Welshie, superb drive in 7th place. Good points for him as well. Nonetheless, he couldn't quite get with the leaders. But Welshie, a great run for 7th place. Best he could do tonight, but he should look good for the qualifying. Ukbar will come home in that 12th place position. Bad luck earlier on for him.
Yeah.
Smithy, with a great run out the final corner, will take a solid 8th place away from DJ Phil. Great run from Smithy here tonight. Kept it clean and consistent, and in the points again. Good points for him this evening.
Yeah, good points for him. Michael Matthews may should have lifted then. Went wide, says Peaceful Explosion. So has he kept an unfair advantage by going wide? Let's ask the FIA that about Verstappen at the weekend, shall we, Bill? DJ Phil comes across for P9 then, and I think we're just awaiting Dean Wasaki. Looks like he's been in the wars since his pit stop. Again then down in P10. And it's a good job, don't know, mates, a lap down so that Dean finishes 10th place. We just await the fastest lap now then. Dan, got to go the way of Joe or May, surely.
I think it looking like it would go the way of Mays at this light, but I think it is Mays with a 40 flat.
Wow, yeah, good laps. Amazing, gaining an extra point over Kelly and Argent. Switch Rabbit Joe from Maze Gamer, KLF, Argent P4, Nicky 5th, Smoky Devil 6th. They cannot qualify for race 2, but Walshy, Smithy, DJ Phil, Dean Wasaki, Don't Know Mate, Ukbar, and Stealth Sloth, who hopefully will be back in for race 2, all can qualify. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes with driver interviews in Q2 and round 22 of the season. Go and get yourself a quick toilet break, go for a few refreshments. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. That Plav has just put in the chat that he did gain off the track. Well then.
Also, look at Argent. Not going to lie, I feel like I ran out of road. Could have lifted, mate.
God, he just moans about anything, doesn't he?
Yeah. Alright, best get Joe and
Maze and Kelly.
in here.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my prediction right, by the way. Joe for the win.
Yeah, I thought Ukbar could have done him, but...
No. Right,
So range advance. Bang, bang, bang. 64 points the gap. Nicky cannot win the title after this race, depending on what he scores. And 18 points back for the Team Prolapse Forever Forward battle now.
18.
18. They gained 13 points on him, on Team Prolapse.
Wait, Prolapse were leading?
No. So 5 points was the gap, but they gained 13 points over Prolapse. Well done, Joe. Good win.
Well done, boys.
Well done, Maze.
Well done, Maze. What Maze is? He's in here.
That's the kind of race you need, Joe.
Yeah, I wasn't
No
pushing
mistakes.
about any of that. I just knew when I was in front, ride it out. Hope.
You were cruising, weren't you?
Huh? Yeah, I was just cruising.
Nicely controlled. You had that easy, dominated.
Yeah, I knew with the Renaults behind me, I wasn't facing much challenge apart from tyre wear that
Dan,
would hit me the most.
do you know the biggest news in that race, Dan?
What?
Kelly didn't put no one in all.
Ah, shut up.
He nearly did. He nearly put Argent in a wall, apparently.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Nothing like it.
You feel
Good
like
race,
he ran
mate.
out of road.
Great racing, guys.
That looked very information.
Oh, shit.
Life feels like I was running around. Just to say, did you shit yourself a bit when Argent dive bombed you at that bottom hairpin?
Yes, well, I was still chasing Maze
Yeah.
and still keeping with him, and he dived down the inside. I saw him coming. I thought, you ain't going to make that. He crashes into me, then kind of I end up on the grass. And then yeah, it was just
in the
crazy.
turn one.
I'm just going to
But
pop
it
to the
kind of
toilet.
lost my gap to Maze then.
Mate, it was like you moved and the braking.
Who moved on the
moved
braking?
You did.
No, I didn't.
I have the replay,
Behave,
mate.
behave, put it in there.
Into turn one. Into turn one, like it's true. I brake like super late, but
Yep.
you moved into my braking line.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
And I moved to the grass and hit the barrier. Like I was lucky I didn't have damage.
Yeah, no, you didn't. No, I stayed online. But
No,
put it
no.
in if you're not happy, Maze.
No, it's fine, mate. It's fine.
Okay,
It's-
okay.
I was just,
I personally enjoyed that race. I thought it was a good race with you at the beginning and you at the end, and I had a good one with Argent in the middle, and I thought it was all fair.
it was. But the moving and the braking wasn't fair.
Well, with Maze, we're going to have to agree to disagree because I didn't think I moved on the braking.
I have the like
Okay.
if you keep saying you didn't move into the braking, then I need to put it so I can prove to everybody that
Maze, do what you got to do, fella. Do what
I
you got
don't
to do.
want. But I don't want to put it.
Okay, well
I
don't
don't
then.
want. But you should say that you really moved in the braking.
I didn't. Okay, right. I haven't looked back, but I didn't. I saw you on the outside. Yeah, you came up on my markers.
Yeah.
Right. Now I didn't move when I saw you red on my markers on the left-hand side. Right. I didn't move from there. I gave you space. That's my
I will
opinion.
send you the replay.
Okay, you do as you wish. You do as you wish.
I will send you the replay.
Right,
I will send it in. I will send it in general chat, so everybody
yeah,
can see.
Yeah, I very rarely go on Discord, but if you want to do that, yeah, I'll have a look back myself later. But I thought I gave you plenty of space.
Okay,
We are racing for a championship as well, man.
I think we will let the
To be
boys
fair,
in
you are
general
allowed
chat
one defensive
say
move,
what they got to say.
Well, you're going to put it in then?
No, I will just put it in general chat and see what the other driver think about.
Okay.
I'm sure it's a moving in the brake.
Okay.
I like this brownie. Spicy.
I'm not going to tell him to stop playing with his phone, but if I start it,
That's what I mean.
that's when he'll be in trouble.
Yeah. So have I put the fucking dinner on?
By the way, Rabbit Joe,
Go on, mate.
Running now.
congrats, Joe.
Thank you.
Is
What else do you
everybody in?
I think it was a complete dump.
No.
Yeah, I just wrote it out and
Maze, you need to join.
if you want to
okay.
I gotta say I was worried for a minute when you were catching a bit, but
I just had an undrivable car, especially in turn 2, the left turn. Like, I was like braking super early and just sliding.
Yeah, I saw that. A lot.
Yeah, but in the last when I overtook you, you slided through there.
I was sorry.
I overtook you in that corner, like in the corner where I am the slowest guy. I overtook you there because you lost it.
Which corner's that?
Corner
Turn
2.
Turn 2, yeah, I'm shit round turn 2. I lost the back end, as you said. Yeah.
I was losing the back end every corner, like I was just drifting there every time.
Yeah. And under braking in turn 1, we were sideways more than once.
Yeah, I like to be sideways.
Yeah, you should join the drift championship.
No, but
Nicky.
like with the Mercedes, like if you can manage the drift and everything, it's really quick.
Yeah.
Like the Renault is for guys with no balls. They don't want to slide; they just want a sticky car.
Wow. It's whatever works for you, innit? It works for Michael Schumacher. It didn't work for Jenson Button.
Nicky says he needs to take a couple of lines of coke and a quick shot of heroin and some magic mushrooms for his next race.
Yeah.
Don't forget we're live when we're in the pits. Damn, I've just started.
I think the Porsche tomorrow will be the fastest car. I think it will be an easy win for another of those.
Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen, to SimPlay Motorsport. Oh, just lost Dean. Hopefully we can get him back in there. We've got the top 3 in for a quick interview, but just before we do that, we're going to go through the current Drivers' and Constructors' Championship heading into round 22 of 24. 3 rounds left to go, and it is hotting up. Maze Gamer now extends his gap to 31 points from KLF, who's got 5 points over Rabbit Joe, who's overtaken his teammate Argent Nicky. Still mathematically in it, 64 behind, but can be eliminated in this race, and it will go down to a four-way shootout basically next week. Smoky Devil stays 6th, Walshy stays 8th, DJ say 7th, DJ Phil 8th, Smithy 9th, but they're tied on points in that battle there. Don't Know Mate stays in 10th. Dean Wasaki though just gets a bit closer to him. Stealth Sloth not scoring in that one. Upbar gains on Stealth Sloth during that race, and in the Constructors it's Forever Forward who now have an 18-point gap over Team Prolapse. DJ Motorsport still 3rd, MC Motorsport and Team Prolassi 4th and 5th. Then A3D Printing, Team Cool Runnings, Iron Brew Racing and the Flying Dutchman. And we'll start then with KLF at the moment. And Kelly, 3rd place in that one, but it was 2nd, it was 3rd, it was 4th. It could have been anything.
Yeah, bittersweet that one, Matt. I had some cracking battles with Maze and with Argent. Thoroughly enjoyed the racing. As I say, bittersweet because I needed to beat Maze for the championship, and we needed to beat Forever Forward for the Constructors, and didn't manage to do either. So yeah, but you know, stoked to be on the podium in this car.
Yeah, and it was a tough race for yourself as Dean manages to get back in, so that's good then, as he can qualify as well. Tough race for yourself, but an enjoyable one in the Renault. It's kind of like Daytona in a way, where it's kind of damage imitation for yourself. And yes, you've got a good last sector, and your car's strong through the long right-hander, but everywhere else, that Mercedes just seems pretty powerful. Although you're not losing too much in the slipstream.
No, once you're in the slipstream, it's great. And, yeah, you know, if you can get right in the slip, it's not so bad. But honestly, I was absolutely wringing the neck of that. And, you know, there was a section in the middle there where the tyres were starting to go off. I thought they were made of bum fluff at that stage. But they, you know, they kind of come back in again towards the end of the race. But I was wringing the neck of that Renault to get where we got.
Now, running second, lap 17, you must have thought job was done for P2. Maze in your mirrors, though. No. You made the mistake coming through turn 2 and Maze capitalised. What was the problem there?
I've been struggling with turn 2 all the way through. The Renault seems to struggle. I seem to struggle on turn 2 there. And, yeah, I certainly wasn't thinking it was game over. I went into lap 18 kind of hoping I could hold Maze behind me, but as I said, that little mistake, I mean, you don't have to tell Maze twice. You open the door and he's through, like, you know. So as I said, bittersweet. I'm thoroughly happy. Every podium is a happy moment, but as I said, both my rivals, Constructors and Team, both outscored me, so hey ho.
Well, we wish you the best luck for race 2, Kelly, and we hope it goes well.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, buddy. We've got Maze in as well, and Maze, qualifying ban put you at the back of the pack, but you came through with in great style.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this track. It's one of my favorite tracks, but I was driving on the limit all the time today.
Yeah, you looked a bit slippery and slidey out there. Have you been speaking with Lewis about how to come from the back of the grid and win in a Mercedes AMG?
Yeah, but I didn't do like Lewis. He won.
Second place, so good points over Kelly and Kieran in terms of the championship. What can you do race 2? Is it more the same to finish in front of them to make it harder at Bathurst?
I will just try to tweak something in the setup so turn 2 is drivable for me, because I'm sliding every lap in the first race.
Yeah.
As you can see, and I will just try to make the setup more stable.
Right.
But still fast, so I can beat the guys.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, buddy, and we'll let you get back to it. We hope to talk to you later. Cheers, buddy. And Joe, another win for the Mercedes. You've given the Mercedes-Benz its 50th pole position. We was on about how you're having a year sabbatical next year. And I tell you what, with driving like that, it's going to be a shame to lose you.
Yeah, it's been a nice race. I'm kind of only just getting the hang of the Merc. However, I think it's wrong time in that. However, but I feel that it's the best thing for me to do. Having that year off. However, this race has been a great show of potential for me, and kind of a nice chill race, still having to be on it.
Yeah, still having to be focused, but like you say, not really under the pressure. Now, that was your third race win here at SimPlay. You've taken the Mercedes-Benz 50th pole position. You know, you've done bits there. You know, can you get up a few more wins in this race tonight? Can you win this second race? Because that race one, there's not a lot really to talk about, is it? It was just start the race and finish the race, really, for yourself.
Yeah, it was just, I knew from the drivers behind me, as long as I kept it on track, from practice paces, I had the pace over them. So I just wanted to focus on saving the tyres as much as I can, because if anything, that's the thing that would have ruined the race. There was a point where I saw Mays catching up. That worried me a tiny bit, but then I noticed he was making the mistakes, so I thought, as long as I'm not going to make the mistakes, I should be alright. And I had an amazing pit stop that put me a further 5 seconds in front, and I just saw that and went, let's ride this out, just like I've been doing for the rest of the race, and I brought it home for myself.
Well, what can you do race 2 then, Joe, from where you are, which is last on the grid? What can you do from there?
Just try and do what I did in race 1, ride it out and see where I get to.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, buddy. Go and give them hell.
Thank you.
Dan, then, May's getting the kindest draw in the reverse grid. Joe, not, but Joe's gone up to third in that championship. What does Argent have to do now? The team's gained points. What does Argent have to do to get back ahead and back on the back of Kelly?
He's just got to get his head down and focus on this second race. At the minute, Joe and Kelly seems to have one up on him at this precise minute, so he really needs to focus on being a bit more consistent in the race. He has the pace. We've seen it in Joe, we've seen it in Mays. The car can be quick as Ukbar goes faster again. But he has got the pace as Dean goes second as well. But he has got the pace, that's the thing. But Arjun just needs to keep it cool and consistent. And you say Mays has been the lucky draw and getting 8. I personally don't think that's if I was in the reverse grid, I want to be at the back of the pack. I want to be making sure that I can avoid any incident into turn 1 and slowly pick them off one by one. But nonetheless, Mays will start in 8th.
Yeah, Mays will start in 8th, and it's going to be interesting to see what he can do from there. Don't know mate and Smithy in the pits. They have got time to get out for one more run, but I think they're just going to miss that one then. Dean versus Ukbar versus Welsh, you'd imagine. Ukbar's up on his time, but Dean has gone purple in Sector 1 at the minute. What's his Sector 2 time going to be? Could he be on for a pole position here? He's got a pole position in the Acura back at Nürburgring Season 1 reverse grid. Can he get a reverse grid pole here? 6/10 up on his time. Not purple middle sector though, so it's all about this final sector, Dan.
He just needs to tidy up this final sector and just survive it, really. Smithy did one lap and then just never came back out again. He's done for the session.
He was pole. He was pole for a moment with Smithy, and I thought, hey, we got a Smithy on pole here after a race win. Dean then exits the final corner, runs the curb, not too much. And what is it going to be now then? As here they come. Ukbar's on a personal best lap, but Dean has gone purple and green sectors 1 and 2. What can Dean do at the third sector? 6/10 up at the middle sector. Has he got enough as he crosses the line to take pole position? We'll see in just a minute. Oh no, 8/10 off. He's got to find some more time. DJ Phil improves to P3. What can Ukbar do in the background?
Smithy's pole is getting further and further away.
Oh, bless him. Ukbar doesn't improve then. Can Welshie get anything done? Stovsloff still not in the pits. Don't know, mate. We'll start 7th.
In the comments as well, Smithy can see he's getting further and further down the grid as he sits in the pits. But nonetheless, Ukbar with the pole position with Dean alongside him. That's an interesting front row, and Welshie does not improve. Stovsloff's internet seems to be working a heck of a lot better now.
Yeah.
Now he's done an internet test, so maybe worth him doing an internet test just before each race and make sure it's all running fine and dandy. But nonetheless, he's on a lap here, and can he get closer to his teammate?
Can he get closer to his teammate? Can he jump Smithy as well as he comes to cross the line? He will get one more run in. He gets a bit closer, but not close enough at the minute. So, Dean, then, your first man on the track was green in Sector 1, a personal best there. What's it going to be?
That wiggle there from Dean may give him a little bit of a bump up
10th down. 10th down.
Oh, he's gone.
Nice. Yeah, he's lost it. Yeah, that's the chance gone for Dean. So it's DJ Phil in the background. What can DJ Phil do? Needs a 10th, just under a 10th to set the front row away from Dean. What's his times been? Nothing too impressive. Personal best in the middle sector, but nothing in the first. So what can he do as he rounds the final corner? Can DJ Phil get it on the front row of the grid for DJ Motorsport?
It's going to be close. If he gets the final sector nailed, that might be where Dean's struggling. So Dean, it's only a 10th really. So can he find that extra 10th towards the line? Can he get it?
Soft back tight. He stays P6. And can DJ Phil get second? No, he can't. He will stay third. What can Welshie do? Ukbar crosses the line. No improvement for Ukbar. But we wait for Welshie then, the last man to finish. What can Welshie do here as he comes towards the line now? Can Welshie get on the front row? Can Welshie take pole away from Ukbar?
Don't think it's going to happen, but he's coming. Has he found any time?
No, he stays P4, so Welshie then will start P4 on the grid. But Dean Wysocki on that front row of the grid in P2. DJ Phil Green will start in third place. But Ukbar, Dan, another pole for the Ginetta and another pole position for Ukbar. That is his third this season.
Yeah, he's really showing what the Ginetta can do. He was up with the pace of the leaders earlier on. He's nearly in the 39, so Ukbar finding pace in that Ginetta. If he can have a clean start and a clean getaway, he should be looking good for this race, but he just got to keep it under control.
Indeed he should. So it's Ukbar on pole position then from Dean Wysocki, from DJ Phil, from Welshie, Smithy, Stealth Sloth, Don't Know Mate. Then the first of the non-qualifiers, Maze Gamer, from Nicky, Argent, KLF, Smoky Devil and Rabbit Joe. Dan, your predictions for this second race?
Oh, I really don't know. I don't know why, but I'm feeling Smoky Devil. I know he's near the back of the pack, but Smoky, for some reason, is feeling my vibe. I don't know why, but I don't know why. Smoky's going to come through, I think. But don't count out Ukbar, who's on pole position, and possibly Dean if he can keep it under control. But it could be anyone's, Matt.
It could be anyone's. That Ginetta now, with qualifying P1 there, has put it above the McLaren on 10 pole positions to the McLaren's 9. So the Ginetta going ahead of the McLaren in terms of the pole position list. Ukbar's third pole in his career here at SimPlay Motorsport, gets himself an extra point in terms of that battle at the bottom of the championship order. But what will happen as we go into this final race? Row 1, Ukbar, Dean. Row 2, DJ Phil and Welshie. Row 3 is Smithy and Stealth Sloth then, with row 4 being Don't Know Mate and the non-qualifying Maze Gamer. Row 5 is Nicky, followed by Argent, with row 6 KLF and Smoky Devil. Them two's had their blast from the past at Daytona. And row 7 on his own, Rabbit Joe. What can he do in this race? He was awesome in the first. What can he do in the second? And Plava, can somebody accept my request on the Facebook, please? We'll get that one sorted after the stream, buddy. And we'll get that one. Oh, there you go. Dan's done it, so it's been accepted for you, Plava. So you can see everything there. And Maisie's going to fly from 8, says Smithy. None of this next season, Smithy, please.
Why is that, Matt?
No, I'm not saying.
I think the majority of the
he needs to be sweet, not sour. That's all I'm going to say.
He needs to fire up his lawnmower. I just know that for sure.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Smithy with a.
Hey, by the time next season goes down, we'll be getting ready. By the time next season goes down, we'll be getting ready for the first cut to the back garden.
We'll be seeing some lovely trimmed tracks in the first half of the season.
Got this covered. Lights gone off on a Lamborghini there, flashing 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights. Green! Dean gets a great start. Ukbar very bogged down. Smithy catches the back of Phil off the line, but Dean leads already. Ukbar very bogged down. Welshie comes at him into second. Welshie's already ahead. Stealth Sloth looking as well, but Dean into turn 1 leads this race. And there is Maze Gamer. No, Dean's round! He's lost it on his own.
Dean's lost it all on his own. He was in the perfect.
Oh, who's that off? Joe! Joe's had a moment.
Again. Smokey's out in lap 1 again.
Yeah, there's Don't Know Mate trying to defend from Maze Gamer, then coming through this long right-hander. Nicky and Maze up to 5th and 6th. Maze Gamer's off the track there as he tries to go around the outside. So Ukbar, poor start but leads. Stealth Sloth's up to 2nd. Welshie's 3rd. Don't Know Mate's 4th. And there comes Argent up the inside of Smithy while Kelly can't get through.
Awesome start.
He has had an awesome start. Maze is back ahead Mace is back ahead of Nicky there then. Nicky's going to look at him down towards the bottom hairpin. Mace defends that one. He's going to look up the inside of Don't Know Mate. Can he get it stopped? He can. Taps the back of Welshie as Don't Know Mate run very deep. Kelly's round. Smithy's round. Argent's round. Smokey's round. Dean. Rabbit Joe. Oh, it's all gone off.
And that's all started because of Kelly having a spin.
Argent's dead last. He's dead last in this race. Is Argent. Don't know, mate's had a spin as well. Further up the track. And Nicky now up into 5th. Mays. Oh, that's off the track, that.
Oh, he's made contact with Welshie. Mays really forcing it here, and he's really pushing his way through the pack. He gains advantage on the outside, and that's allowed him to get through on Welshie, but Welshie's coming back in the Lamborghini.
Welshie's coming back in the Lamborghini, as is Stelsloff, as is Nicky, and where is Mays Gamer going? That's sketchy, that.
Oh, this is going to be sketchy into turn 1. So 2 Lamborghinis attacking a Mercedes. What do?
Yeah, look at Nicky in the background. Could he capitalise? Is he going to break early? Welshie then. Oh, he's gone very deep. I'm not sure what happened to Welshie there, but he's gone very deep. Loses out to Stealth. Will he lose out to Nicky as well? I'm not too sure. No, he doesn't even lose out to Stealth. Lost a job done there. And at the minute, Smithy comes into the pits. Clearly damage to that car.
Yeah, he's really struggling with that car by the looks of things. And Mays goes around the outside of the Lamborghinis in the final sector and allows him to get in the lead down the back straight. But
into second. He's not in the lead yet. Ukbar's gone.
The lead of these guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, but Ukbar is gone. But how fast can Mays catch him? Nicky manages to catch Stelsloff out off guard. Kelly's managed to somewhat find his way through that chaos that was at the back of the pack. So, yeah, Nicky currently trying to hunt down the Lamborghinis, but Kelly's obviously defending from the race 1 winner.
Yeah, from the race 1 winner. Kelly out wide. You don't want to be on the curbs out there then, Kelly, as here comes Joe down towards the hairpin at the bottom, and Kelly left himself vulnerable there, and Joe capitalises, and Dean's dropped the rear. Oh, just gets out of the way from Don't Know Mate and Argent there. Dean rejoins as Don't Know Mate comes through, and Dean, Dean! Whoa! Huge moment. Oh, he flashed. Did Argent tap him because he flashed?
I don't know, possibly, but...
Oh, is that Welshie? No, it's Stealth!
More importantly, what's going on here? Nicky and Welshie going at it. Nicky trying to get himself on the podium, trying to get a prolapse podium, and he's looking to the outside. Welshie and Nicky, always good races against each other, very clean drivers, and they'll give each other space to go down the straight. Great racing from these two. Will Welshie have the advantage of turn 1? He must brake later, but earlier on he missed the braking zone.
He does brake later, seems to get it stopped, but again he's ran a little deep, and Nicky tries to get through, but just cannot get on the power because he was pretty much rubbing door to door with Welshie then. Kelly now attacking the other forever forward car as here comes Argent on Don't Know Mate into turn 1. Can he get it stopped? We've seen him drop a few at turn 1. No, again. Argent once again, Dan, just going too deep, trying to overtake cars. Frustration kicked in last week at Sakito, and is it happening again here? Nicky really attacking Welshie now. KLF trying to stay on the back of Joe. At the minute, Team Prolapse could claw some points back.
They could do it this way, and Nicky could call big points back on Argent to get into that promotion zone at this precise minute is what he needs. But Mays has caught Ukbar, and Ukbar's just got to keep it smooth and consistent, but Nicky wants every point he can possibly get so he can be promoted up into pro with his Prolapse teammate.
Indeed he does. Can Mays Gamer go up as well? And like you say, Joe currently occupying that 3rd spot, but with Joe not having a sabbatical, it goes to 4th place on the promotion this year. So Nicky wants that 4th from Argent to try and get promoted and have a two Team Prolapse guys in the hot seat next season. But what can he do? Kelly hassling the back of Rabbit Joe, and Argent still trying to catch Stelsloff as Don't Know Mate's dropped it. He's dropped down back to P11. And Smith is the only car that's pitted, and the pit window opens at the end of the next lap. But I tell you what, there's 2 DJ Motorsport Mercedes Gulf liveried car that look a bit battered at the back of the pack.
Yeah, they do look like they've both been through the wars. Nicky here a little bit closer to Welshie.
Kelly as well is right on the back of Joe on the timing screens, Dan, apologies. But look at this! Look at Kelly! Right in the slipstream. He's going to be better on the brakes than the Merc. He chooses to go to the outside. Can he go round the outside? Got to. It's the only move at turn 1. Surely the undercut. Does it work for KLF? No, because Joe too wise to the challenge.
Yeah, it's got him covered. Welshie with a Prolapse Renault right up his chuff as well. These Prolapse boys, whatever they've done between the break, their cars are flying right now.
They've had a few skittles in the mid-session break, it would seem, because they are flying. They are really having a good second race, Nicky especially. And has Kelly just done a few things differently, Dan, from race 1 to race 2, because he seems to get a better run out that final corner? Is he managing to make that last sector a bit easier?
Taste the rainbow and power the rainbow clearly is working for these guys. But Nicky still can't find a way past Welsh in a minute. Welsh's doing a very good job of keeping that Renault behind him. But I think he's going to struggle in a minute because it just seems like Nicky's just got a little bit more pace at this precise minute.
It just seems that Nicky gains through the corners and that Lambo just has enough in a straight line to pull away as Mazen struggling along the curbs here as he's trying to make headway and gain on Ukbar. He said he wanted to score over his championship rivals. He's doing just that, and the fight at Bathurst is going to become incredibly difficult. Says he likes Fuji and he's showing us how much he likes Fuji. Now, this is where Welshie will benefit from Nicky, but Nicky's got the slipstream look and Nicky's got to run on Welshie, and that inside line will do him the world of good. Kelly as well to Joe. Nicky side by side with Welshie. What's going to happen? He's coming. Yeah, he is. Look at the Lamborghini just start to maybe come ahead, but it's too little too late. Inside line. Let's drop back a second in a minute. Nicky's getting back. Has
Nicky
he?
been a little bit safe into
Yeah, he has.
and Welshie
He has.
hangs on.
Now, where's Kelly? Let's go to Kelly. Round the outside of Rabbit Joe again. Joe taking such a tight line this time. Kelly still, though, can't cut back. So, again, Prolap stay behind.
DJ Phil in.
They're two rivals at the minute as Maze is on the back of Ukbar.
He is on the back of Ukbar, but is Maze trying to push Ukbar a little bit too hard. Ukbar knows that Maze makes mistakes, and he knows that he'll try his very best to try and stay in front. As Ben Parky in the comments, hopefully a driver for next season, says full prolaps.
Here goes Maze up the inside. Can he get it done? No, he can't. Job done by Ukbar at the minute, but that was so close to the rear. And Nicky, is he going to have a look at Welshie? No, tuck him back in. Ukbar defending from Maze in this final sector.
Oh, Maze, will he go around yet? Oh, he goes off track a little bit to gain an advantage, I think, there. Oh, it might have just been on the curb, but Maze really pushing track limits here tonight as Ukbar has a wiggle.
He has pushed track limits a few times on a few overtakes. I think he was on the curbs there, though, Dan. Just going to watch it back. Yeah, he was on the curbs there, so that one seemed fine at the minute. Welshie defending from Nicky. Kelly looked like he had a bit of a run on Joe. Kelly's got past Joe on the timing screen.
I don't know where to look. Joe's coming back down on the inside of Kelly, but at the same time, Nicky's got to run on Welshie. We'll come back to them in a minute, but look at these two. I think Joe should just have Kelly with the Mercedes grunt. But the Lamborghini versus the Renault, it's been a great fight so far. It
has been a great battle. The two Renaults have really woke up. They've had the Weetabix in the break because they are giving this a heck of a fight. Welshie into 2-1. He stays fine again. Joe keeping such a tight line. Argents are coming, but he's not coming quick enough. And can Kelly get a cutback on Joe this time around? He's more side by side, so that's not going to work for Kelly.
No, it's not going to work. No,
oh no, Nicky! He's dropped it! He's dropped it!
Get it going as quick as he possibly can, because here these lot come. They're going to come around the corner and find Nicky. Where's he going?
Nicky's well off and he comes back on now. Oh, across the front to Rabbit Joe!
Oh, Nicky, that was a bit of a questionable rejoin. But now he's got Argent probably breathing down his neck. Ukbar has caught Maze back up again.
He has caught Maze back up, and that's why Maze hit the curb hard there and had a bit of a wiggle. So is that one of the problems? As Don't Know Mate and Smokey Devil come into the pits as well then. But Ukbar, but Welshie now has had a let off with Nicky dropping the rear. Can Kelly keep the pressure on Joe? He's got his teammate as a rear gunner.
He has got his team as a rear gunner, but they're going to have to work together to find a way past that forever forwards car of Rabbit Joe, who's doing a great job of keeping...
Oh, Kelly on the brakes, has to get out of it. That's cost him a bit of time then as Nicky gained, and he lost a bit to Joe, not too much though, because Kelly's keeping it there. Looks like he's taking a few wider lines at this final sector, this second race. Dean's gaining on Stealth Sloth to regain what he had at the start of this race. Now, the slipstream. Nicky will have a double toe over his teammate and Rabbit Joe, and Kelly's coming. Look at this. Prolaps versus Forever Forward as Kieran's nearly on the back of these two.
He's not too far behind as Joe bails for the pits.
Pitting. Joe's pitting.
I don't know if one of the Prolaps boys should have followed him in, but nonetheless, these two are working.
Joe's got a penalty! He's got a penalty! He's sped in the pit lane! Rabbit Joe, he's gone from bad to worse. You're right, Dan. One of the Prolaps boys should have followed him in. Ukbar wide at the right hand there, turn 3, but he's managed to keep it going. Oh, that could cost Joe big at the end.
Dean's off. Dean and Stealth Sloth having a moment together, but Rabbit Joe, race winner number 1. has messed up here in the pit lane. He's just gone a little bit too fast in the pits, and has got himself a 10-second penalty.
Has he? Let's just double. Yeah, 10.
Yeah. 10. Ooh, could have been a lot worse. Smithy and DJ Phil returning their battle as well from the last race, and Smithy gaining the advantage on DJ Phil right now. So
he is, and that'll put him above DJ Phil into P8 in the championship because they're tied on points as well, Dan. But what was you going to say about Prolapse?
Can they work together in a tow and try and get away from Arjun? Kelly seems to have more pace than Nicky.
I think, Dan, in all honesty,
Ugbar's
dropped it. He's trying to return. Yeah, that's sensible from Ugbar. Don't spin it onto the track. And he's keeping it there. That's nicely done from Ugbar, but he's going to lose out to Nicky, Kelly and Arjun. Welshie's now running. He's having a cracking little second race, isn't he? I think Nicky would be better off pitting now.
Possibly, yeah.
Cover the 10-second penalty of Joe. Kelly's the lead car at the minute. I think Nicky's going, and I think
going in.
Is he, or are they slipstreaming each other? Is Kelly pitting?
Kelly's
boxing.
pitting.
I think this is smart from Prolapse. I think one of them should have pitted, and I think Kelly's right to do so.
Yeah, but now their fight is going to be on Arjun. Unless they can catch Welshie, unless Welshie just keeps it smooth and consistent, Ugbar in as well. Unless Nicky can keep it smooth and consistent and hold Arjun up for longer, their fight is really for third place now.
Arjun's got to pit himself yet, and I think the fight is for second place because we'll have to see what Welshie does. We see Welshie at the end of the race is that Lamborghini towards the end just starts to struggle as it gets lighter on fuel, gets a bit twitchier, and it becomes a bit of a handful in Welshie's hands. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that one. Maze Gamer coming up to lap, don't know, mate, who's had a torrid night in that Audi. It might become good next week, because don't forget next week, Bathurst, summer conditions, so it might become good. And Kelly has jumped Joe.
That's important there. So Joe must have had.
Joe's deep. Not only has he got a 10-second penalty, he's gone deep at turn 1, but he's been jumped by Kelly in the pits.
The overcut has worked for Prolapse. So Kelly coming into the pit early. Yeah, so what does Nicky do now? Kelly could say, I've jumped Joe, what do you want to do? Now, Nicky can come in now and then be right behind Kelly.
I think if Nicky pits, Dan, I think if Nicky pits now, sensible option in my opinion, comes out sort of in between him and Joe, provided his pit stop's good. I think Arjun has to. I think the question is does Arjun follow Nicky in? I think Arjun needs to pit now as well.
But is Nicky now going to play the team game and hold Arjun up?
No, he's not, because Arjun's dropped it. Nicky, get in the pits. It's crucial for the constructors. I think Nicky needs to pit to come out between him and between Kelly and Joe. This is crucial. Wow. Race 1 went forever forwards way, Dan. Race 2, you have to say at the minute, is going the way of Team Prolapse.
It is going away to Team Prolapse. Nicky is in as well with damage, but we've got this fight between Stelzloff and Dean as well. Dean trying to make a move on Stelzloff on the outside. Can he find a way around as he possibly can? Dean looking to the outside, but Stelzloff doing a great job this race. He's had a great recovery from race 1. And Dean looking to the outside. Can he get the job done? No, because Dean's in the wall.
No, because he went righter to left-hander for some strange reason. Arjun's got damage. I saw the front end crumbled up. There goes Kelly. There goes Joe. They're not past him yet. Kelly is now, just as Nicky's going to come off the limiter. Joe gets the jump. That's fine in my opinion, because it's the 10-second penalty that Kelly can help Nicky with.
So right now, with this going on, this benefits Welshie and Maze to disappear into the distance.
The other thing as well, Dan, the other thing as well is Ugbar, Smithy, DJ Phil are all ahead of Argent.
Argent's losing big points to this man, Nicky. Nicky will be getting closer to Argent's points.
Smoky Devil and Don't Know Mate's going to get him as well, and Argent's going to be a lap down. Argent's going to be dead last.
Big damage.
He's going to be dead last.
He's even put in the comments he's got big damage.
Maze is in. Maze Gamer into the pits.
Oh, he nearly drops it in the pits.
Dear. Tell you what, that was close.
No, Welshie's staying out. Welshie's going longer.
Welshie will lead this race. What a job from this man. He laps Argent. He's past Maze Gamer for the lead. Argent on his... No, is that Maze Gamer? No, that's Argent on his way out the pits then. Wow, Argent's lost a lot of time. A lot of time.
Nicky's lost a lot of time to Joe.
But he's all right though, Dan, because he's 2.7 behind him with a 10-second penalty. He's just got to stay with him now.
Yeah, he has got to stay with him. So we got this fight against Soft versus Dean. Dean, that SLS. Look at the grunt of the SLS. It has more power. Can Dean actually get it stopped and not into the wall this time?
Yeah, don't forget it's a left. It's a right-hander Dean, not a left-hander turn 1. Well done. There we go.
Oh, he has a little wiggle.
Oh, Dean,
Joe's
come on.
lost a lot of time this lap to Kelly.
He has.
And Nicky's caught a little bit morning as Team Prolapse all the way, says Ben, and he's probably giving these guys the boost that they need. Nicky not able to catch these guys at this precise moment.
So this at the minute, Dan's for net third at the moment. Net third and fourth for Prolapse if Nicky stays within 10 seconds of Rabbit Joe, because Dean and Stelsloff got a pit, so does Welshie, but I think Welshie is far enough ahead. 33 seconds I think is far enough. I think he's alright at a minute.
I don't know, if he keeps lapping this slowly and he keeps going this long on this lap times, he could get jumped by these boys. So he either comes
imagine Welshie in between Kelly and Joe.
That would be proper spicy as Dean's going around the outside of Stelsloff. These two having a great little tussle between them.
Yeah, they are.
Stelsloff, I've got to give it to Stelsloff. He's having a better race too than I've seen him do in most rounds. He's having a good fight with Dean, losing out there a little bit, but nonetheless, he's giving it a good fight.
Oh, Dean's dropped it again. Oh, Dean. Dean. Since Oshislav, and Dean has been
look
poor.
At this. Nicky has caught Joe really quickly now.
He has. Has Joe had a moment? Well, she's into the pits. Has Joe had a moment there then, Dan? Because he has been dropped by Kelly a lot and caught by Nicky massively. Well, she's into the pits then. Maze Gamer will lead this race. Kelly is gone. Nicky will be right in that slipstream.
Compared to Welshie. Kelly's been lapping 2 seconds a lap faster than Welshie. So this is going to be
Welshie's on his way out the pits. So Welshie's coming out. Stelsloff's going to take third. Dean's going to take... Stelsloff's going to take second. Welshie's jumped him. Dan, Welshie's jumped him.
Welshie was already ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, he was. No, he was. Sorry,
apologies,
yes.
So, but these lot have got closer to him.
Yeah. 100%, without a doubt.
In the pit.
There's Kelly. In the background, there's Nicky.
He's now got to put Joe under pressure. What does Nicky do? He has more pace than Joe, but Joe is just in the way.
I think just get past him, because if you can get past Joe, clear Joe, and get to Welshie, every position is an extra point. Let's not forget this, right? Argent is 13th place. Now, for 13th place, as it stands at the minute, they've got an 18-point gap for 13th place. Who's that? Oh, that's Smithy. Oh, that's huge. What happened there? I didn't see that as I looked away.
DJ Phil looks like he's made contact to the rear of Smithy or something. I'm not quite sure. I came onto him and Welsh, DJ Phil was flashing his lights at Smithy, and Smithy's ended up in the wall. So right. I'm not too sure what's happened there.
That's a shame. So if Smithy has to pit, that'll give Argent another place, because that's big damage here. But at the minute, Argent's scoring 3 points.
Dean's in the middle of all this lot. Dean's in the middle
of
all this
Dean!
Lot.
I mean, what is he doing, Dean? Just
he's letting them go.
I mean, yeah,
also
but
in the middle of this
you're racing for position. You've not pitted yet. Yeah, but don't stop like that. You're not a back marker. That was dangerous from Dean in the position he did it as well, Dan. So at the minute, then, Joe's now 5th. Joe's going to score 11.
Welshie really quickly.
Joe's going to score 11 points. Well, Kieran's going to score 3. So that's 14 points. At the minute, Kelly's going to score 13 on his own. So that's level pegging. Then Nicky's going to score 10. So the gap's going to be back down to 8. Now that depends on whether
to Bathurst.
Yeah, going into Bathurst, 8 points. Whether Welshie gets out of the way. Stelsloff's pitted. That gives Nicky an extra point as well as Joe. Dean stays out, so I don't see why Dean stopped there.
I don't know why. Not sure either. Maybe he just thinks that he doesn't want to get involved in this fight. Maybe he just thinks that if he just stays out of this way, he's not going to affect the racing as such and try and focus on his race.
Do it on the start straight, not in the middle of the last sector, which is tight and twisty.
Well, maybe you already dropped it and you thought, I'm here
Possibly.
now. I might as well. Maybe I'll just move to one side as best I possibly can. Now, the other thing we've got to talk about is if Ukbar manages to put some decent lap times together, and Joe fights too much with Nicky, Ukbar can start catching them back, but Nicky trying his best. Look at Kelly on the back of Welshie.
Roles reversed here, Dan. We had Nicky on Welshie early on and Kelly on Joe. We've now got Kelly on Welshie and Nicky on Joe. So it's roles reversed for the Prolapse boys. Kelly putting Welshie under pressure. He's deep at the hairpin. Manages to make it though, and Kelly can't get past at the minute. Nicky as well trying to keep going at this moment in time.
Well, what I've seemed to have learned from the two prolapse drivers is that Kelly seems to have a more high downforce setup, while Nicky seems to be a bit more low downforce.
Yeah.
Nicky's a lot stronger in the straight, while Kelly's a lot stronger in the tight, twisty stuff.
Joe's made a mistake! He's had a wiggle coming through the left-hander, and Nicky then looked to have a run, but couldn't get the job done. Kelly looking underneath Welsh, he'll have the slipstream. Joe's made another mistake! And that's put Nicky ahead!
Now, can Kelly jump Welshie, and then can Nicky follow his way through as well?
Well, the gap is
line.
even shorter going into Bathurst. It could be back to the 5 points it was going into this week.
Well, how many points is Nicky then onto the back of Arjun in this minute? Is Arjun only scoring? Well, he's now 12.
Well, he's now 12, so he's going to score 4 points. Nicky's going to score... bear with me, let me get it back up. Nicky's going to score 13. Arjun's going to score 4 at the moment. So
11,
the gap, 9
points.
And Nicky is some 23 behind. But it's 9 points gained with 54 to play next week, let's not forget. But more importantly, Dan, the Constructors' battle.
Yeah, the Constructors is on the line. But obviously, Nicky, in that point of maybe trying to be promoted into pro, Maze has got this in the bag. Even though he's done a 47.9, he's made a mistake somewhere. It looks like he's got this in the bag at this precise minute. So it's a fight for the final podium places. But who's going to come out on top? Joe's still sticking around, but obviously he can't do much while Dean's going to disconnect by the looks of things. And that's a proper disconnection as well by the looks of things.
Yeah, we'll keep off of Dean for the time being, because that is going to be a proper disconnection, you'd imagine. There he goes. And that's going to be no points for Dean then in this race, but that gives Argent some more points. And so Dean, no points in this one because he's not got 3/4 distance. The rules change next year in terms of the points. You don't score points if you retire at all, regardless of 3/4 distance. You don't score points for a retirement. This year it's 3/4. You don't at all for a retirement, even if it's the penultimate lap.
But let's also just say as well that was a clear disconnection.
That one was.
Not a retirement.
That would have scored Dean 13th place. Because it was a clear disconnection, not retirement. So it is only for a retirement in the race.
And to all our new viewers as well, when you do reach a 3/4 distance of this race and you do disconnect or you do have major damage of some sort this season, you are able to score those points for last place due to the fact of being disconnected and it was out of your hands.
In fact, Dean was on lap 13 there, wasn't he?
Yes.
75% is about 5 laps less. So actually Dean will score for 13th place. Because 5 laps less than 18 is 13, so Dean will actually score 3 points for 13th place. What that done is it's given Argent some more points in that one.
Yeah, we know Dean.
We know you didn't retire. We saw it was a disconnection, so that won't go against you, Dean. It was just the 3/4 distance thing for the points, but you got to lap 13, so you're fine. Right,
at
Nicky.
this precise minute, I think Welshie might have the edge over the prolapse boys. The thing is, Nicky and Kelly needed to attack him early.
The other thing, Dan,
is learning.
The other thing, Dan, up bar to Joe. About 13 seconds, but if Joe keeps making mistakes, up bar's in there. 10-second penalty, let's not forget. So
for some reason, Joe's got his window wipers on as well. It's not raining.
It's not raining. There's no rain around, so we'll have to keep an eye out. There is no rain forecast as well. But Kelly, right on the back of Welshie. Is this Welshie helping his teammate out from last season? Which was Rabbit Joe?
I don't know. I think Welshie just wants the podium, to be fair.
Yeah,
I think
fair
Welshie's doing it. Oh, he's gone wide.
Oh, he's gone very wide. And is that going to give Kelly P2? It is. Nicky's not close enough for the P2 at the minute. He's going to come back. Oh, Welshie. Oh, handbags.
He gets his elbows out. That's allowed Nicky to get closer, though. But the Lamborghini should have a better toe over Kelly.
Yeah, you'd imagine so. But Kelly's trying to break the toe. One move, Kelly. One move. Otherwise, we'll give you the black and white.
We'll give him a black and white for weaving. As Welshie has got a better straight line. Is Welshie going to send it down the inside?
He is, you know. The Scottish send it, we'll call it.
The Scottish shove it.
We've got we had the Welshie whack at the last corner, and we've had the Scottish send it, which hasn't gone well at the first corner. So Welshie being involved in everything, but Nicky's now catching. And all this doesn't help Joe, because Joe's not with these guys. Look, Joe's well behind at the moment. And with Welshie dropping now behind the prolapse boys. Oh, Nicky's dropped it! He's got it the right way. He's got it the right way. But crucially, Joe's in front. But 10-second penalty. Nicky should have him back there.
The thing is, this was definitely a Mercedes dominant circuit. This is where Forever Forward needed to gain points on prolapse, and this race too isn't going in their favour.
No.
We know the prolapse boys love Bathurst. They do enjoy that circuit, and I think
he is elbows out fighting this one with Kelly. Welshie, he's got nothing to lose, and he wants that second place.
He's really throwing his elbows out there. He's really giving it a good go in this race. But I think Kelly's just got a little bit on him now. I think Welshie's just burned the tyres out a little bit. As Nicky now trying to get back onto Rabbit Joe. But obviously, with that 10-second penalty, Rabbit Joe will lose out. Mays long gone in the distance. So I think now Welshie, I think his luck's gone now. He's just got to hold on for third, and I think he might just do that.
Yeah, I think he's got enough for third because Joe's got 3.7 to find and then 10 seconds to pull away. So I think you're right with that one. Argent still hunting down Smoky Devil. That gap is 6 seconds. The Flying Dutchman is 14 seconds to Nicky, so that's about 16 to Joe. So he's lost time to Joe at this moment in time. Stealth Sloth, good shout out for a P7 here. And shout out to Smithy. He looked like he had big damage early on. Still going.
Yeah, still got a good amount of damage on the front of that car. And he is still going, he's still scoring points, he's still doing it. And this is what we love to see here at SimPlay Motorsport. We love to see the guys who don't have the best of runs, they still keep going and they still score points. It's all about getting to the end and scoring points. So good on Smithy to just keep going. Well, she's caught back up to Kelly again.
This is an interesting battle here as well, Dan, developing, because like we said, Welshie's got nothing to lose and he's got everything to gain. You know, P4 in the Constructors' Championship for MC Motorsport. A chance for him to be on a second place and prove that he's back at his best. A fight with KLF.
Again.
You know, Welshie's got everything to gain in this. Kelly has got a lot to lose.
He has got a lot to lose, but Kelly has to play this smart. He has to play the numbers game. Obviously, right now, he will not outscore Mays. Mays is gone. So he's got to think about Rabbit Joe and his teammate. Obviously, Arjun down in 11th place, really not phasing him at this precise minute. But nonetheless, he's got to think smart. He cannot risk major damage with Welshie. On the other hand, Welshie could not give a damn. He could go for any move whatsoever, and it could upset anything between Kelly and Welshie, and then Nicky would be outscoring his teammate.
I think Nicky's gaining over Rabbit Joe here, Dan, just looking back. The gap's 1.3. I think Nicky's gained a bit over Joe. Has Joe had a bit of a bad lap, or is the cooler temperatures, because don't forget we're at 2 a.m. here now, is the cooler temperatures just helping the Renault a bit more over the Mercedes-Benz? It's obviously not helping over the Lamborghini, but is it over the Merc? Because laps in the 42s, even Mays is in the 42s out front. Joe a 41.7, but Nicky half a second quicker than Joe. And is within now 1.1 seconds of Joe. So Nicky starting to gain on Rabbit Joe, and Welshie really making Kelly's life hell at the minute.
Oh, Kelly's gone wide. Kelly has gone massively wide, and that's allowed Welshie into second place. So Welshie's back to second. Welshie's
fighting a great battle, and Kelly, as much as he doesn't need to fight Welshie, Prolapse want them 5 points. Kelly wants them extra 5 points. Just secures promotion a bit more for him and keeps the pressure on Mays going into Bathurst. I tell you what, Prolapse here have had a great second race compared to race one. Nicky's going to get back ahead of Joe because of the penalty Joe's got. But Kelly will want that second place, Dan, for them extra 5 points. This is crucial.
Yeah, definitely so. And Nicky kind of needs to put Joe under a bit of pressure, make him make a mistake, so that then Okbar will be within that 10-second gap. Kelly's not giving up. 1 lap to go, and he's coming back. Maysell starts his final lap, and he's been gone in this race. No one fussing him whatsoever.
No, they haven't. And Argent is gaining on the back of Smoky Devil, so that's why Smokey's made a mistake. So Argent up to 10th. I think 10 seconds with 1 lap to go is probably a bit too much to catch Smithy. We'll have to see, but it is more points back for Argent and for Forever Forward in this race at the minute. Joe gaining on Kelly. Kelly trying to gain on Welshie. Nicky trying to gain on Joe. It's all happening. All happening.
Nicky's out of spin.
Yeah.
He's out of spin. He's lost out majorly to Joe.
Right.
Here.
4 seconds. He needs to stay within that 4-second window of Rabbit Joe. What do you do if you're Kelly, Dan? Do you hold Joe up to keep Nicky nearby, or do you still attack Welshie?
Well, it looks like Kelly's holding. Well, that's the thing. He didn't look like he had a great turn one. And now Joe's got a little bit closer to Kelly. So this is going to start a domino effect. Nicky's still within that 10 seconds. He just needs to stay there. And Kelly wants more points. I don't know where this is going to go. Well, she's been squeaky clean so far, but Kelly's had a great run through this middle sector.
Get your votes in the chat for Driver of the Day. Me and Dan will give you ours in just a moment. If you are new, subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see here, tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. GMT, for the Pro Series as Kelly lunges from a mile back, and that was never going to work. Dale $8 short,
No,
Kelly. You've now got Joe on the rear.
That was desperation there. Kelly's been hit by Joe.
Yeah. And I don't think there was a lot Joe could have done there. Joe right up the rear as Kelly and Welshie braked into the corner. But this man is going to take a dominant victory, and we'll speak to him just a little later. Rabbit Joe then, is he going to finish on the podium? I don't think so. As Mays is actually slowing down here, not quite sure why.
A little burnout there.
Yeah, a little burnout there at the end. Don't know me, it's going to cross the line for a P12. Not been the night for him in that Audi, but Welshie, there could not be a more popular second place here for Welshie. What a drive from him. Rabbit Joe will cross the line third. I think he's going to drop to fifth, though, in this one, Dan, because I think Kelly's going to get past him. And, oh no!
What has happened there? So Nikki
gets third. So Kelly comes home fourth. Nikki gets third. What happened to Kelly there? Joe then fifth place. He did lose out in the end. Ukbar too far back will come home for a sixth. He's qualified well tonight, but he's not been able to convert that into races. Stealth Sloth, great shout out for Stealth Sloth. A fantastic seventh place for him. It's nice to see him up the order a little bit. We lost Dean early on. Don't know, mate's already finished a lap down in 12th. Argent then could finish 10th here. DJ Phil looks like he's going to take the battle to Smithy all the way to the next round with an 8th. Smithy then will come home for 9th place. He's going to finish ahead of Argent.
Has driven home with that damage all the way home.
Yeah,
he's been
brilliant.
in the 45s, 46s. He's just dragging it home just enough to stay ahead of Argent. Argent losing out massively here tonight.
Massive points for Argent lost in this second race. He scores 6 points. Joe scores 11. That's 17 together. Nikki and Kelly score 28. So game back on, but it's May's Gamer fastest lap for him as well in the 39s. Oof, that is some pace for May's Gamer there into the 39s. But May's Gamer, Welshie, Nikki, Kelly, Joe, Ukbar, Stelsoft, DJ Phil, Smithy, Argent, Smoky Devil, don't know, mate. We lost Dean Wasocki on lap 13. He scored a point. Dan, get Nikki and Welshie in for a quick chat. But while we do that, we just go to the manufacturer wins. That is the Mercedes-Benz 46th Pro-Am victory. It's 58 overall, so can the Mercedes-Benz get close to 50 Pro-Am victories by the end of the season? It obviously won't get to the 50 mark until Season 5, if it does in Season 5. And as we just sort the championship order out now, going into the final week at Bathurst, 54 Drivers' Championship points on the line. 94 constructors points on the line. Mace Gamer has a 44 point gap lead over KLF, so it is all but done for Maze. 51 to Rabbit Joe. Joe 10 points clear of his teammate Argent. Nikki 14 points behind Argent with 54 to play. Promotion on the cards for Nikki at this minute in time as Argent loses out tonight. Forever Forward's gap, they've basically gained 2 points tonight. Their 7 points is the difference between Forever Forward and Team Prolapse, with 94 points to play with going into next week. It couldn't be closer. Welshie gains over Smoky Devil tonight as well, so that's a fight for P6 in that one. DJ Phil Green a point ahead of Smithy. Don't know, mate, pulls further clear of Dean Wasocki and Ukbar, but he's had the gap shortened by Stealth Soft to 6 points for the final top 10 spot there then. But we'll speak with Nikki. And what happened to Kelly, Nikki, across the line?
Well, this is the thing. We thought we'd cross the line and we were just going to do a drop it, and then we realised it was as I went past him. So, yeah, that should have been Kelly's podium, to be fair.
Right. Good race for yourself, though. Better second race than race one.
No, it wasn't. The car was just unbelievable. I got close to Welshie, and it was just like, I don't know, boat face car, just all over the place. Just kept
was it not? Was it not good?
No, did not enjoy that at all.
So what are you saying, Nikki? The car didn't like the dirty air?
No, it hated the dirty air behind Welshie. Everyone else was fine. Welshie had some sort of barrier around him, but I had a wicked race for the first start with him. That was brilliant.
That's what
Loved
you get.
That.
That's what you get when you're up north that side at border. Do you know what I mean? Some dodgy stuff coming off the back of him. But it was a better second race.
Yeah, it was a better second race. Welshie was brilliant. Absolutely on it.
I was going to say,
Maze, well done, mate. Well done, Maze. Well.
I've got to say, Nicky, you and Kelly really had a strong fight between Welshie, and he managed to keep the pair of you behind. You've got to admit that Welshie did a fantastic job keeping both Pro Lap boys behind.
Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, that was brilliant. I've always had some wicked close racing with Welshie all through this season. It's been brilliant. And like I say, beginning that second race, was battling. I was behind him. I just could not get past him, but I was stuck with him. And then, just got in the dirty air and just dropped it. But unbelievable.
7 points to the gap in the constructors, Nicky. Apologies. And you're 14 behind Kieran for promotion. Game on.
Spin sugar. Yeah, okay. I'm not worried about that.
Is it game on though? Is it doable for the team? Is it doable for yourself?
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna show some pace next race. Bathurst, yeah.
I was going to say, Bathurst, what are you and Kelly thinking about Bathurst for the Renault? Do you think it's going to be where you're going to be suited, or is it going to be more Mercedes circuit?
I think it's going to be more of a Renault. I think even the Lambo's going to be good round now. And I think Udbar will be quite good round there in the Ginetta, to be honest.
Well done tonight, Nicky. Great third place for yourself. Better second race than first race. Well done on your race tonight. We're going to go jump to Welshie. And Chris, P2 out of nowhere, really.
Happy days, baby. What can I say, it was brilliant.
Great battle with Nicky to start with, then great battle with Kelly at the end, although he did give you a little wee nudge.
Yeah, let's say at the very start. The race 2 always seems to be better for me, I don't know why, but it was a brilliant battle with Nicky. I loved every moment of it. And then I think I just seen the headlights disappear and I thought, right, okay, here we go. So just stay focused, kept going forward, thought I'll get my bit done, and then obviously the battle was on with Kelly because I got out just in front of him.
Yeah.
And I seen the train coming behind, so I thought, just got to keep going, and then again, another fantastic battle with Kelly.
Now, rumours of the young Scotsman, the young Welsh coming back next season. Are you trying to get into a better form to try and beat him?
I'm going to have to, yeah.
That's one other question, Roger. As you're going into the final lap of that race and into the final, really strong braking zone, did you have a little bit of a brown pants moment when you saw Kelly coming flying down the inside?
Well, I knew he'd made a couple of corners back. I knew the little mistake, so I knew he was going to have the better run on us. So I was watching for it. Wasn't expected to come as hard as it was, but it was. But good enough, he gave me the place kind of back, I think. And then I just seen the lights disappear and wondered what happened there. So I just had to keep on the track and know that Joe passed.
I'll tell you what, it was nice to see the Scottish shove it back again.
I tried to keep it as clear as possible. It was nice. It was a good race. I really liked that.
Well done. Well done, buddy. Well done tonight.
Thank you, Judge.
Maze, dominant victory for yourself, pretty much. Quite a quiet one.
Yeah, I just, firstly I want to congratulate my friend with the Fernando Alonso sound who got the P2. And yeah, it was a great race, yeah.
44 points is the gap. 54 points left. One hand on the title.
I have no idea, because I really don't like Bathurst and I have a lot of problems there. And I'm not sure I can have some time to practice for it, so...
Damage limitation, maybe.
Yeah, just damage limitation and trying to secure the championship.
Well, that race was pretty easy for yourself. Was the car better in the second race? I know you said in the break that you was wanting to make some changes.
Yeah, I made some camber changes to reduce the oversteer. But something happened in the, I don't know, the track temp or the track rubbed in or something, and it was a lot more grippy than race 1.
Well done on tonight, Maze. Dan, final thoughts from yourself and your driver of the day?
Well, as always, Race 2 manages to put on a great show for us. Going into the final prolapse versus Forever Forward, it's going to be interesting to the end. Driver of the day, I have to give it to Welshie.
Yeah.
What a race he did in race 2. Very consistent in race 1. And I think most people in the comments said Welshie as well. But solid job from him. He's pretty much got the title in the bag, just got to turn up and he's got it. But it's all about that final promotion spot. Forever Forward versus Team Prolapse.
Forever Forward versus Team Prolapse. And I'm going to give Welshie the driver of the day as well. So well done, Welshie, on that one. A great solid first race and a podium in the second race.
Thank you, gentlemen.
But it is...
Oh, yeah?
It is Nicky versus Argent. 14 points the gap for the title. It's Prolapse versus... Prolapse, not Prolapse. Prolapse versus Forever Forward Racing. 7 points. It's going down to the wire. Championship still on for Kelly and Rabbit Joe. But they've got a lot of work to do at this moment in time. We'll be back tomorrow night, though, 8 PM GMT for the Pro Series around Fuji. Can Dan wrap up the title? It can be done tomorrow night. Shake and Bake can't win the Constructors tomorrow night, so that one's going to go down to Bathurst. But Dan can wrap up the title at Fuji. Join us there for that one. Join us next week in the Pro-Am, Wednesday night, 8 PM GMT, for the finale of the Pro-Am Series. There's 12 weeks coming to an end, 13th week of this season, the week before December, a month before Christmas. Maze Gamer, Prolapse, Forever Forward Racing. Who's going to take it? We'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night.
Chris, man, wicked battle.
Wow!
That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. I loved it.
What happened?
It's just weird, man. As soon as I've got you, mate, I know it's wicked. I'm so close.
I knew you were quicker through the corners of me, but I made a few adjustments. And I knew the car would be quicker than straight.
The cheeky adjustments.
I had to make a few adjustments as well. I dropped tyre pressures and everything, because like first race I was up to 30 and I was just dropping it everywhere. But yeah, just got in your dirty air on that second corner. Just, I thought, no, I don't believe it. And then I got up with you towards the end of the race, it happened again. I was like, I don't believe it.
Oh my god.
Cheers, Batman. Brilliant SimPlay. Love it.
Is Ben actually coming?
Ben is, yeah, he's coming.
Yeah!
He's coming! No, he's coming!
And he's driving the McLaren.
He's driving the McLaren, mate, yeah. What made me laugh is he jumped in a minute ago, he's like, I don't like this GT3 car, probably, and he's like, matching everyone's stuff, I was like, you fucking wanker.
Get him in pro, I'll be a teammate.
Well, he did mention that.
Yeah, in a minute. Yeah, he could possibly be in pro because of the drivers not signing up. So.
Well, I don't know if I've got to be strong with my teammate, and I.
It'll be hard to drop bigs after winning 2 constructors titles.
It would be.
But Dan and Ben Parky. Oh my god.
I'd rather see them as rivals than as yeah. I got promised the Ben Parky Dan thing in IndyCar and it never came.
Yeah.
Fucking Welshie, eh?
Oh mate, that was awesome. Yeah, definitely deserved driver of the day. Definitely.
Welshie's fucking rapid.
All in race 2s. Welshie was shit in race 1.
Maze is just like dominated this.
I think I just had some experience in overtaking and starting last in race 1.
By the way, man.
Yes, mate.
Thanks for putting pressure on me tomorrow night.
What, for winning the title?
No, you've got it in the bag, mate. Put it in the bag.
What's in the
We'll
bag?
be cheering on.
Oh, it's springtime for Bathurst next week.
If I get the title in the bag, Bathurst, I'm just gonna go all out.
Yeah, why not?
I want that record.
Watch it rain.
It's the only thing that matters now.
Watch it rain.
There is Marcelli.